Hey,
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Welcome to the Last Samurai review. Okay, anyway.
I threw a yo chat in Japanese just now. Yo chat.
How did you do that? What did you use? Google Translate and just type it in and copy it?
No, I know
and paste it?
Japanese.
The fuck do you know Japanese?
From
Do you
Google
really know
Translate.
Japanese? Thank you. That's what I just said.
From Gugu.
From
I
Google.
Googled it.
Google? Use
Yeah.
your Never mind. I'm not.
No, I don't use Google. I have Gugu.
Google. You fucking child.
Mhm.
Anyway. Mischief Mayhem movie. We're on episode 13. Lucky number 13. Wow, we made it 13 weeks with each other and haven't killed each other yet. That's good.
Not yet. Vex was threatening to come fly out there and smack you, though.
Yeah,
So we're
I
getting
have a hot
close.
take. I had a hot take about the movie and she wanted to choke me through
Oh,
the
do you want to
screen.
start the show with the hot take?
I'm going to, but let's address the chat
Oh.
first, everyone.
Hello,
But-
chat.
Oh, chato!
Hello.
Hello. We're getting so kicked
No,
off.
it's
YouTube.
not hello. It's hello.
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 In fact, you're the foreigner here. You can get away with doing that shit. I hope you know that, right?
She's a different part of Asia.
Look at her. She's like I'm staying quiet. Because if
what?
I
I'm just gonna stay quiet. Yeah.
They can't get me because my name is Copa Katana. Can't get me. Oh wait,
You're not gonna be able to
my
get-
shit's linked in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah, your shit is linked in there. Your shit
Yeah.
is linked in there, buddy.
Damn it.
Your shit is in there. Okay. Let's trust the chat. Love it, Medical. What is
Ah,
up?
Mayfair is here.
How I feel
Hello.
about society. I will die by the sword either by my own or my enemies. Yes, ma'am. Now, R2 the Icky, such a nice man. He dropped
Oh.
in to say hello before his own show, so I appreciate him for doing that.
R2 gave a yo.
Yeah.
Jacob Ironside. Yo, Canoli. This is my favorite comment so far. If I smash the light bucket, do you have a bucket? Do you have a light bucket like a button anymore? I would file a restraining order. Well, we like restraining orders.
We'll take it.
And my friend Jana, of course, my lovely friend Jana.
Yeah.
Hello, friends. More Jacob Ironside. Wookie be bad. Hail. What's up, Wookie? Let's see. Let's go through more. Of course, Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch was in there. And there we go. I'm late to the party. Well, as long as you're drinking Trulies, it's all we care about.
Mm-hmm.
On a Monday, dude.
Listen, it was a rough day. You
On a
know?
Monday. It's so judgmental.
Hey, what's President's Day, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a holiday.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, it was
Celebrate.
a holiday today. Okay.
So it's our
Eh?
Sunday. Monday today is Sunday.
It's a
Mhm.
holiday. Eh? Sharpie.
So
What's up,
technically
Sharpie?
my weekend. So yeah.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
my weekend too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mama Cannoli. What's up, Mama Cannoli?
Oh, la mama cannoli.
Oh,
She's in Texas right now visiting family, so having a blast out there. My boy Steven Ransom. Scooby Doo is very
Steven,
Japanese.
hello.
Ruh-roh. Zombie box reviews. What's up? Hail friends. How you doing? Let's see who else we got in here. I think that's pretty much it. All of us. And of course, the child. Baby Sasquatch. Hello, child. She had a day off of school today. Lucky.
Nice.
All right. So we are here to talk about what year did this movie come out? 2003.
yeah,
Yeah.
with three.
2003 movie, The Last Samurai.
Hey.
With Tom Cruise.
It's
Ken
going.
wants
It's going to get. It's going to get Mr. Miyagi in here
Yes.
real quick.
Yes. Oh, that's a clip. That is a clip.
We're canceled.
Yeah, we're going to hell. Now, good thing I have a Rumble channel now. Like we can live stream from. Huh?
Oh, then we can do all the Japanese.
Oh,
stuff.
very right.
Yeah.
Very good. Very
Rumble.
good. Yeah, so I was actually kind of shy. So I never really looked at the Rotten Tomatoes score until this weekend, and then today. The critics did not really love this movie. They didn't hate it, but they didn't love it.
I didn't like it at the time either.
They
This
did
is
not like it at
that-
the time.
No, this is more updated because I
This is
remember
a-
them shitting on this movie.
Yeah, there was
Why
a
did
lot
they
of
shit on it then? Out of curiosity,
was-
I know what
there
they're
was
doing
some-
it now.
there was
Because-
controversy behind this movie. Yeah,
I think it's because of the way it was marketed. So it's titled The Last Samurai, and it has
Mhm.
Tom Cruise's big giant movie star forehead on the posters and stuff, and people went in thinking they were going to see a lot of battle sequences and all that stuff, and they got something kind of completely different.
Samurai.
And I think even the critics back then thought that it was portraying Japanese culture in an American westernized light, but the Japanese love this movie.
Yeah, and I was gonna say like even Ken Watanabe, he came out and said, because a lot of people were saying that it has a white savior complex and everything, but even if you watch the movie, it's more
his character saves him.
Yeah, the Japanese adopt him and actually teach him more. Like even in the final battle, he accompanies Ken Watanabe's character. He's not the main focus of the battle, right?
Right.
So
that's
why I didn't understand that.
Yeah, and the whole thing about the movie is that it's two cultures exchanging ideas.
Yeah,
it's two warriors from different planes of the universe coming together and exchanging their differences and their similarities, and kind of
not based on money,
right?
No, loosely based on a true story, like very loosely based. But
so that's why I didn't understand the whole white savior complex. And then Ken Watanabe came out and said, like, no, actually, like I think it was a great movie. I don't see the white savior complex at all. If anything, it was a big, like, it was very nice to see more Japanese representation in mainline American cinema. So he was really happy about the movie.
I think a lot of people went in there looking for like a karate movie too.
I think they thought it was going to be different.
I think they thought it was going to be like samurais cutting each other down, and then they got.
You do get great battle sequences.
Yeah, you do, but
it's not
the realism of like, well, there are a lot of firearms shooting into those samurais. So
I mean, there's a shit
you're not
ton
going to
of
be cutting the bullet in midair,
100%. There's a lot of character development for Tom Cruise in this, and so it's surprising when I watched this movie when I was younger, of course, right? I didn't see it when it first came out, obviously, few years after. I was a younger man. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was boring necessarily. It just wasn't, I was like, that movie's all right. And then when you watch it as an adult, though, God, man, it just hit me. I think, it was about 5 or 6 years ago. I really sat down. I was like, let me give this movie another shot. Wow. I just like blown away. First of all, the two biggest things for me that stand out are the cinematography is absolutely stunning. The landscapes and the soundtrack is phenomenal. Hans Zimmer knocks it out of the park. The guy, and there was even people I was reading online reviewing the movie recently, like, oh, his soundtrack's not Japanese enough. I'm like, what are you talking about? There's Japanese elements of musical instruments.
So much hate for
it's
no
weird.
reason.
For no reason,
so many people watch this movie or talk about this movie who's never watched it. Like, you can just tell that. Oh you especially when they fucking come out and they say Tom Cruise is not the last samurai. He's a white guy. He can't be saving all the samurai or be the last samurai. And it's like, you clearly did not watch the fucking movie,
right?
Yeah. And
then whoever shitting on Hans Zimmer's score, that man wrote the score for Drop Zone. Okay, so give him a little respect.
Very nice, Jana.
What'd she say?
Read her comments.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Tom, what was this? What was the comment? Here we go. Leather, long hair, and whiskers. Yeah, I don't know, man. This movie hits a spiritual. It's just there's a spiritual thing about this movie. It's really weird because it calms me down when I watch it, and I think it's just. It starts off, by the way, with really. I mean, what do we always talk about with movies? Character development grabs you within the first few minutes of the movie. You get Ken Watanabe kind of meditating, and he sees this white tiger in a vision, which plays into the movie later, and then you see Tom Cruise right away just sitting, and good writing, right? You know this character immediately. He's sitting there in his army outfit, and he's just kind of staring out into space, and he looks just beat down, distraught. Obviously, and then it builds on from there. But yeah, he's
done for, isn't he?
He's done for. He's just done. He doesn't want to live anymore. And of course, you find out more as it goes on. But yeah, he's just an alcoholic, and he's
cynical.
Yeah, PTSD, basically major PTSD from what he had to do when he was fighting against the Indians, and so great character development off the bat. Now that this was directed by Edward Zwick, I think his name is, and he did Glory, which was another historical drama. So he kind of has a feel for this type of movie, and Yeah. Anyway, let's start with you guys. So, White Bear. I mean, what about you, man? What draws you to this movie?
Well, one of those weeboo, I think they call it, moments where, like, when I was a kid, we had a lot of Japanese stuff, coming in from where my father was in the Navy and all that. So, and I really got into it. So, like, studied the culture for a long time, and so the Tokugawa reign, that family that controlled Japan for a long time as a shogun and emperor, kind of separate. And then you get this moment where you finally lose. The whole big point of why this movie had to happen was because of a real life war, which was small battles, skirmishes that happened because all those samurai who were like, they no longer were really doing battles and all that, but they were basically in control of everybody's lives in a way. Like, the law enforcement went from lower all the way up to them, and then up to the higher ups and all that. So they were used to having a stipend every month, a rice stipend, a gold stipend, and getting that every month. And this was all being stripped away by the Meiji emperor, who's the young man that you see in this movie taking control. And his old teacher was samurai. So, anyways, whenever I saw this, it was pretty freaking awesome just to kind of see that, and just a story made out of it. It's kind of like the Japanese American Braveheart for me.
Good comparison, because it is compared to that. Yeah. All right, Vex, what did you? I know you got a nice tweet about this movie that you put out yesterday. What did you think about it?
Okay, so I actually watched this movie for the first time a couple months ago, and I messaged you guys about it at the time anyways. So when I first saw it, I was like, okay, this is a good movie. And then I rewatched it again for tonight, and I was sitting there, I was like, this is a top 10 movie for me now. And I was crying for the last the last hour of that movie. I was crying. I was bawling my eyes out. It's a beautiful story, a masculine story. There we go. It's not like an out in your face action flick like Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff, right? It actually shows a masculine development throughout the movie with emotion and what really stands as what's supposed to be important to a man and everything. And then just good male relationships as well. So I really, oh God, I really love this movie. This is a top 10 movie for me now. Everything about it, I think, is very good. Even like the romance, I was okay with that as well because it complemented Tom Cruise's character and the development he goes through as well. I like the entire arc that he got, like this. Oh God, I guess we'll go through it when we're going through the movie, but it's just how he goes from this just drunk, sad, just utterly destroyed man to like this. He's now peaceful. He's found his purpose in life and where he fits in. So just a beautiful movie. Beautiful movie.
Yeah. And I agree with the love story. It was just enough to give him some more development, give her development too, and then not go overboard with it. That's what I would, because I was worried the last time I watched this, I was like, oh my God, they really could have overdid this and ruined this. And they just kept it just subtle enough where it was there. But anyway, Copa, what about you, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to add other than the fact that the movie comes out and promises something and delivers on all of it. It has great direction, great writing. I think the same guy who wrote Gladiator wrote this, and it shows. Logan, I believe, is his name.
Yep.
And the cinematography is just spectacular in this film. And I want to say, I don't think they're using like spectacular lenses. It's just the way they lit it and the way they shot it. It was just fantastic. Yeah. And I think with the story, you have two people who are dichotomous in every way, but they somehow see a quality that they can latch onto with each other. And, with Ken Watanabe's character, he saves Tom Cruise and pulls him out from the depths of what he's put himself through. So it's just a wonderful, beautiful, well-written movie. It's the best, what would you call it? Going native film. I think it's better than Dances with Wolves. I think it's better than obviously Avatar. I think it's the best going native film. that you have.
Yeah,
Mhm.
comparisons.
It's just-
Comparisons.
It's just a shame that it doesn't get as much love as it should. It didn't get as much love as it should when it first came out. It still doesn't get its love that it deserves.
No,
I don't
agree.
think. I think it's up there, top 50 films of all time.
It's really weird how. Yeah, you're right. How it just even.
It is true dishonor.
It does get. Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird. You're right. It doesn't get enough love. And hey, Ego's in the chat. What's up, Ego?
Ego.
Yo. It is an underrated movie. I did have a hot take on this a little bit. Now, I want to preface this by saying, Vex, calm down. I like Tom Cruise in the movie, okay? I'm just saying. Initially, when I see this movie, every time I watch it, and I think he does a good job, I always think, could this movie have been even better if it had a better actor? And I like Tom Cruise. But so here's one guy. There's the only one choice I would have picked over him. And you guys might think I'm nuts. So Copa, you can give it to me. Vex, you can give it to me if you want. For some reason, I just always saw Russell Crowe in this role over Tom Cruise. That would have been my first pick. But you couldn't do it
because he was in Master and Commander,
which was like another great movie that got no recognition.
And that was the same year this one came out. Actually, this one was out the same exact week. Master and Commander was.
Yeah,
but you're. And I forgot to say you're wrong. Tom Cruise did. I will actually. I'll agree with you on one point that you made, which is Tom Cruise. It takes about 10 minutes to. It takes about 10 minutes to get past the fact that it's Tom Cruise, the movie star in the film.
Right.
And then once you start getting past that, that's when you kind of start rolling with the film.
I will give you that. Thank you, Left Eye Ego. You're such a nice gentleman. Appreciate you, buddy. I agree with you. So yeah, you're right. Eventually I just buy into it. But I don't know why. I still to this day think Russell Crowe would have played it better. And maybe it's just because
Russell Crowe looks rougher. He looks more like somebody who's, he's Australian. He's always going to be Australian.
But Tom Cruise did bulk up for this. He got
it's the pretty boy factor, I think. Russell Crowe looks more down to earth. Tom Cruise looks like a movie star.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't like I don't disagree with you. The biggest reason I think Tom Cruise is I agree. After you get past the first 10 minutes, it's like, oh, I'm seeing Tom Cruise act. He's not just being a pretty face or just an action star on the screen, right? He's actually acting and he does a good job, right? But it's his dedication as an actor is why I think he's perfect for this, right? Sure. He spent 2 years preparing for this role, 9 of which were just on the physical training, and that's how he put on the weight. He learned Japanese for this. He didn't take any upfront salary for this movie either. So to me, this was a passion project more than anything for him to be a part of.
Oh, he helped produce it, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Him and Wagner.
Yeah. Him, Wagner, and
yes, he did run.
Zwick.
He did run a few times in this movie. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you.
When Tom Cruise is bringing out that acting guns because he's not running in the movie, so he's going for that Academy Award. But if he's running, he's entertaining you.
So let me ask you this then. So this was a conversation I was having with a few people outside during work. Is this his best acting performance? Because people said no. Some people said no, it's not. And so that's a hot take too. Like people said no. What's the movie? Few Good Men was better, and I'm like, maybe. Jerry Maguire was lifted in there, but I was like, that's more of like a romantic kind of.
I thought he was
Born on the 4th of July was another great movie he was in, but I don't know if we would say it was the best actor.
He was excellent in The Color of Money. Not many people remember that movie, but he was excellent in that. That was like one of his first breakout films.
Yep.
Magnolia, he was a fantastic role in Magnolia.
Did he get nominated for Magnolia?
Mm-hmm.
I think he did. Yeah, that was a weird movie, man.
It was excellent.
But 4 hours long, but it was good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I would say those, but yeah, I would say Last Samurai is probably in his top 5. God, if not his top 3. I would say it's probably either 2 or 3.
Risky Business was that wasn't his first movie.
No.
That was early on. Yeah.
I think his first film was Rumblefish.
Rumblefish, and then there was
Outsiders.
Outsiders, yeah. Oh my God, the cast in that movie, huh?
Oh yeah,
that was
Right,
of the Tom.
Oh yeah,
Cruise
Rain Man.
movies, Yeah,
Rain Man.
of the Tom Cruise movies I've seen, I would say that this is his best performance, simply because I really do feel for his character as he goes through the transformation. That's why he doesn't say a whole lot. He doesn't his face doesn't show a whole lot, but everything he does, like, it comes through. I can see that he's in the role very well. So
yeah, Rain Man was it's kind of look who he was acting with in Rain Man, though. It's hard not to kind of
definitely
Dustin Hoffman. That's got to rub off on you a little bit.
Definitely
rub off.
Who would have been like a horrible choice for this? Like Matthew McConaughey.
Lou Gossett would have been the best samurai ever. I'm gonna cut you, sucker.
Peter Dinklage would be another bad choice.
Wait, who was hot at the time, actually?
Jack Black.
What's okay,
Matt Damon.
You know what?
Ben Affleck would be worse, actually.
Oh God.
Brad Pitt might have been able to pull it off, in all honesty.
I was just so tired of Brad Pitt.
If you're talking to Pretty Boy, that's even worse.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I still think he can dedicate. I think he's so brain fried that I don't think that he can dedicate himself to a real full character. I think he can just play very topical roles.
Another underrated movie by Tom Cruise that did not do well. Edge of Tomorrow.
I gotta watch
Edge of Tomorrow.
Paul Giamatti is the last. Pig vomit. It's pig vomit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey, though, I'm gonna stick with that one.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
But Matthew McConaughey has since showed us that he can actually act. At the time, though, he was typecast.
I know, but he'd be like, those there are ninjas.
Yeah, he'd be that soft Texas drawl. You know what I do? I slice those people up.
You gotta pump those rookie numbers up with those ninjas.
All right, now we're gonna scrub through the movie a little bit. We're not gonna take 4.5 hours. I know Vex would love that, but not going to. Just kidding, Vex. We love you.
I don't know. This is one of those movies where I'd love it, but let's go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's just because the movie's 2.5 hours, and this is the scene I was talking about in the beginning. Though we'll start there, kind of move along. But Ken Watanabe is kind of just.
You kind of get this dichotomous nature. First of all, he's seeing Tom Cruise's spirit animal here. Yes. So when they actually finally meet, that will be a callback to this.
Very much.
This is a nice setup that they got going on.
It's great.
You see the two warriors in their mental state. Like he's at peace right now, and then you're about to see Tom Cruise who's just completely
in hell.
Twisted. Yeah.
He's living in
his
own
hell.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. He's drinking, he's just distraught, and then this fucking guy. So he's advertising, or he works for the what the hell was
Winchester?
the name?
Is it
Winchester Rifle Company? Yeah. This fucking guy.
Oh man, that's the guy who let out all the Ghostbusters.
Oh,
it is, dude. That's him.
Yes, it's
always
true.
Plays
this
an
man
asshole.
has
dick.
This head has no dick.
No, he doesn't have a dick.
Here's this dude. This dude's awesome.
This guy?
Billy,
he's been
Billy
man. He can do
Billy
anything.
Connolly.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
I love
nice stash, bro.
Yeah, but just really sets up the time. Like I said, the aesthetics, the set pieces are fucking incredible in this movie. They really set you in this world,
right?
And then he comes anyway. We'll kind of just go through it, but yeah, he comes back.
Whole place is showing you the era, every bit of it. The crowd, the Winchester repeating rifle. Yeah.
So he's there to sell the rifle, and he's drunk as hell. And he's the guy's like, basically, you're fired. Like, you can't keep doing this. You're a fucking disgrace. And this part was great.
But he's still a good shot.
He's great, But I like when he starts going through the rifle and he's loading it, and they see the guy's face, like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, what is going on here? This isn't going to be good. Then he's talking about the Red Man. He's going through, the stories about fighting against them, and you can see like this here. I mean, man, there's a guy with a lot of problems. You can see it in his eyes.
You know what it
and
is?
again,
I just figured it out. Why I'm having an issue with Tom Cruise in the very beginning. He has the Tom Cruise long hair. When he has that long hair,
you think it's the
hair, dude? Like if he ditched the hair and actually kind of looked a little bit more shabby with a different cut.
It's like the haircut so well.
I know, but he's always rocking that haircut. He was rocking that haircut in Vanilla Sky, and then he's like, "Fuck it, I'm wearing it for this too."
But it works later on when he's got the samurai garb on, in all honesty. Just in the traditional clothing, it looks kind of weird in the Western clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Cut your hair, bro.
Don't
Shave
cut your
that hair.
Tom Cruise. It
You
looks
want to get
good.
a nice sheen going.
Get yeah.
Yeah,
You ever
get
see-
bald.
Yeah, look at him. Look at his eye. And then this is where he kind of he points the gun at the guy, and the guy's like, "Oh shit!" And then he shoots the steam. What was it? The like steam fucking
Thompson steam engine thing.
Yeah. And then
He sold a lot of guns that day.
well, Copa. Tell me if I'm wrong here, but this is definitely a studio right here.
That's the
Obvious.
Warner
You
Brothers
could always-
backlot.
You can always tell. You can always pick out the studio. I mean, watch enough movies and you can just tell. I mean, it looks good, but you could tell it's a studio. But
It's not really lived in.
no. And he's giving him. So yeah, he's off. This is where he's like, "Hey, I have a job for you. Like, I haven't seen you in a while. I found you, and now you look like you need a job, and I got a good one for
I
you."
noticed you're fucking drunk.
Yeah, that
you need
Irish
work.
accent. You need some work. Yeah,
Tom
kinda go-
Wick. Stephen Ransom in the chat said Tom Wick.
Tom Wick.
Nice.
That's basically what he is. Like him and Keanu Reeves are basically parallel. They're just major action stars at this point.
That's very true.
That's it.
Drunk
Very
bastard.
true.
Has anybody seen, just to divulge a little bit here, but has anybody seen someone did a brilliant edit of everybody coming into a club and shooting it up. So you have the Terminator, John Wick, Tom Cruise from Collateral, and a couple other people from other different films all walking into the same club, and they edited all their action sequences from the club.
Cut him up
Perfect.
really well.
Yeah, they
You'll
cut
have
them
to
up
share that
really
with
well.
us later.
I'll share it with everybody later. But it's wonderful, and him and Keanu Reeves kind of go at it back and forth in the cut.
Okay, well now I got to
It's good
find
stuff.
this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's fun stuff.
So, yeah, this scene where they do San Francisco, was it 1866? I think we're in
1876.
1876. Sorry. Okay, yeah, and then they do a pretty good job with the giving you kind of the feel of San Francisco at that time. I know it's all CGI and bullshit, but I think it looks pretty good.
The writers and Edward Zwick were very they wanted to make sure that they got as much as they could right when they were doing this, and that's also the reason why it was so popular with Japanese people. Is aside from a bit of a romanticization about the samurai, they got most of the cultural stuff very spot on. So a lot of people appreciated that.
Yeah, they did a great job. You're right.
Ed Zwick has a wonderful knack for historical dramas and military dramas as well. He did a film that's excellent with DiCaprio called Blood Diamond. And that is an excellent. Yeah, that's an excellent. That's more of like Ernest Hemingway in South Africa, which is an excellent
This is
dichotomy
TIA.
going on. This is TIA. This is
Hey,
Africa.
Danny. Hey, Danny. That was a good movie, though.
Yeah, but he paid a close attention to that culture as well.
Yes.
From what I understand.
He's good at that. He's definitely good at that. He gets shit for every movie he makes. I've noticed every movie he's come out with. Glory got shit because they said it didn't come enough from the black perspective. It was from Matthew Broderick's perspective more.
Yeah,
and then it's like every movie he makes is always these little nitpicking. Even Blood Diamond.
He did another good movie with Denzel and Meg Ryan called Courage Under Fire.
That was a good movie.
That was a great
an
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is oddly enough like almost a remake of Rashomon, which is a Kurosawa film.
Really?
Horror film. Yep.
Yeah. So it's just basically the story is everybody has a different perspective of what happened in this one moment of tragedy.
Good movie.
And,
Good cast too. Matt Damon was in that. He was a nobody. Well,
that was like his first. His role in Courage Under Fire got him the role in Private Ryan.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
So. Yeah, so this is where Tom Cruise meets his old buddy, his old army buddy,
Lieutenant Colonel.
Connell.
No, not a lieutenant.
Colonel Bagley.
Bagley, that's it. Yeah. And then it's funny because
Bagley.
it's funny because when he's walking in, the guy tells him, like, just listen to what he has to say, and you see Tom Cruise very hesitant, so immediately you just good writing, right? You see there's some tension here. You don't know why, but you can kind of put your own thoughts together. You're like, okay, what happened between these two? Was he in charge of him and something went wrong? And then they just get right into it, and you see
he knows that he's being sold to Maru over there, as just the biggest thing, because he was, so good at his job, and
right.
But and he's just like laughing because
that was good.
This is so much fake.
This fucking guy. This guy was a good bad guy in this movie.
Yeah,
played the role very well.
The mustache helps.
Yeah, that does help. It does help. And you just see Tom Cruise drinking. He's just pounding
Just
down.
to clarify, because I feel like you skipped a plot point here, bro.
Every week.
Omura, who is the Japanese
skip
guy
a
here.
plot point?
Oh, you white man! Sorry, go ahead.
He is the kind of the top advisor to the prime minister of Japan, right? So he's over here in America to try and, because at this time Japan is westernizing essentially, right? And they're trying to form, a cross-country tie here between Japan and the United States.
Right.
So he's there to try and get Colonel Bagley, who's like, I know this guy who's, Tom Cruise, Nathan Algren is his character's name. And he's like, he's the best guy I know. He's done all this shit to the Indians. He'll be the best guy to train your army now.
He's wiped out so many women and children, dude.
Wiped out
He's your
everybody.
guy.
He basically coughed in all their blankets. That was his cough.
Yeah.
Bro, you want women and children gone.
We
hit
got
him
you.
up.
He's your guy.
This is the guy to wipe out a whole colony. It's cool.
Right. This is the guy that, he's a great shot. He'll be able to teach all of the Japanese Imperial Army how to handle Western guns and weapons, and teach you even just like the basic tactics. So that's why they find him, and this is what this dinner is here. Is the initial proposition. So come with us. We'll give you $500 a month just to, basically train people to kill. And he just kind of takes it because he's got nothing else to do. He's drunk. He's depressed. What else is he going to do? This is what his life has been up until now. So he just accepts the proposition.
And then he needs to take a piss.
Yeah. And he just kind of stands.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Look at that face right there.
Money.
I do like money.
Women and
like
children,
money.
you say?
Yeah.
Tom's the best at it.
You could kill them.
He killed 2 at a time.
Yeah, this was
Just
funny.
smashes the heads.
And Tom Cruise can't do anything but laugh in this situation because he knows what this guy's all about, right? He knows his situation's a mess, but he's like, fuck it, why not? Yeah, because like you said, he's got nothing else to lose at this point. So he figures, what the hell? And then this is a good scene. You get
Look at that face.
Yeah, man. Like this is where I was like, okay, I was buying into Cruise really, like you said, Vex. He put in the work on this because you could see it in the emotion in his face and then the lines he delivers in this scene.
He probably treated him like shit off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No shit. Personally,
he's so into the role.
But that
I would say this is the scene where I'm like, okay, I'm believing him.
I'm believing Tom Cruise
as his character now.
110%. 110%.
I believe you.
And that line he delivers, he's like, you want me to kill Japs? I'll kill Japs. I'll kill the enemies of Japs. But just remember, I'll gladly kill you for free. And you're like, and the guy's face is like, what? And he basically, the guy's like, I did what I did out there. I was under orders. And Tom Cruise is like, I don't want to hear that shit. And then, of course, later on, you find out what really happened. But yeah, it's good. It's really good. Tom Cruise hears, goes, I gotta piss so bad.
We've been shooting this scene for 10 hours. Come on,
let's go. Too much whiskey. Yeah, that face there too. He's just like, oh, what the fuck?
He's got that smiley whiplash mustache, so he's a bad guy.
He was the bad guy in,
he was
the bad guy in Ghost too. Hey, what's up, theme park? Thanks for dropping in, buddy. This guy always plays he always plays.
They
bad
should have
guys.
made a Last Samurai theme park ride.
Ooh, I'd go.
Is everyone just committing seppuku at the end?
At the end of the ride, you can either
Welcome
get your
to
picture
my-
taken or the harakiri.
Welcome to Copa Land.
I would have died by the sword.
That sounds awesome, dude.
Oh, did you see that transition between his face and the ocean there?
You like that?
What? Let me go back.
Sorry.
Oh,
I am the ocean.
That is what they call a missile.
I travel the sea.
Sailing. Okay.
Takes me away to where? Okay, never mind. We're not going to start singing.
Now you're white. You're not Sicilian anymore. You've lost.
No.
Okay.
No,
I've lost.
not when it
I
comes
lost
to yacht rock, bro.
I lost all. Remember the gay stream we were talking about before the show?
Yo, man, if you're going to stream yacht rock, I'll be there.
You want me to stream yacht rock?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Boss Skaggs and
maybe I can do that.
So,
what?
Yeah, dude.
Yacht
I'm
rock.
going to hit up the Triple M chat with some lovely
yacht rock.
Yacht Rock tomorrow.
Okay. Do it.
Everybody,
Dude, I need something to get me going for the morning. So I want to hear. I want to.
I'm kind of disappointed. I know we're getting off subject, but I am kind of disappointed that I haven't got my Mernins from anybody or everybody else but White Bear.
I was going to say I gave one. So did Vex.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
But
Whitey was feeding his chickens though and making a video this morning. To be
feed
fair,
me a Mernin.
It's just one word.
It's their fault. They got me to download a new game.
Oh, okay.
That was like in the afternoon, though.
I couldn't. It took forever. I live in the middle of nowhere. You expect that thing to download in
Fucking
like
guy,
11 hours at one time.
He was so excited to download
I'm
Red
gonna
Dead
play
2.
this Red
I'm going to
Dead.
play this tonight. And I wake up like 10 hours later. He's like, I'm still downloading it.
I like in the first screenshot he shares with everybody is taking a bath.
Yeah.
Going hunting, taking a bath.
Arthur needs that
Taking a
bath.
All the deep story that's going
That's
on.
what
I'm
Vex
like,
was
oh,
yelling.
dude.
Vex was yelling at me streaming it Saturday. She's like, go to Valentine, get him a
well,
bath
I'm just like,
already.
I'm sitting there recording with 8750 and I'm just focusing on your thing. I'm just like, I've been asking this dumb bitch to fucking give Arthur a bath since the beginning of the stream and he still hasn't given him a bath.
Well, Canola's
we got
trying to get him TB real quick.
Yeah, we wanted to get to the end fast.
Just die of TB already.
Arthur.
Go right off a hill. See you, meet the bottle.
Hey,
Do not do Yacht Rock. So Janice says do not Yacht Rock.
she does not want to Yacht Rock? Oh, do not knock the Yacht Rock.
At the Copa Katana.
Kari and Kari are always a slashing.
Slashing. They slashed it. Oh God. Thanks, Stephen, for that. Now I'm never gonna get that out of my head. Jesus Christ.
Wait, we're not doing the gay stream yet, though, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's next week. That's Saturday. That's Saturday. Yeah.
The gay just leaks out of me. Leaks?
Back to the movie real quick. Yeah, so he's in the high seas. As you saw his face in the water.
Gar.
He kind of needs this.
He kind of
though,
looks
right?
like DiCaprio in that shot there.
Right
Yeah,
there.
I can see that.
Yeah. Maybe
needs
DiCaprio could have played this part.
No.
I think it's just the sunset because that's the Titanic sunset right there. That's all.
Oh God, is that song? Imagine if we just need the Celine Dion song now, right?
Oh,
at this
the little
part.
penny whistle.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I will shove this microphone in my brain if I hear it.
Okay, now we got to get him to play it. Somebody get their phone out and play the fucking song. Vex is on it. Vex is on
Why
it.
does everybody want me dead?
No, we don't want you dead. No, we love you, Copa. Anyway, he needs this trip on the high seas.
I just really want you to make that Titanic review. I like.
I will.
Why do you
There's
want to do a
nothing-
Titanic review?
Yeah, because she
There's
wants me to
nothing
shit on it.
more that I want in this lifetime at this moment
To Copa
than
to
to
go off
see
on.
Copa go off on Titanic and
Go
make
ballistic.
a beautiful video around it that I can play every year on the release date of
Well,
Titanic.
here's the bad news, though. Like next week we're busy because we got a special guest we'll talk about, and then March is all John Wick. So you're gonna have to wait until April. Which April we kind of came up with a plan for April, didn't we? Kind of loosely.
Yeah, Arnold month maybe.
Arnold month, right? Because it's
Yeah.
Arnold month. So you have to wait till May.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put that Titanic movie on ice.
What?
Hold
Well,
on,
I
hold
can
on,
still
hold on.
review it. for my
Drown
channel.
that review. Let's drown that review for now. I'm just kidding. Well, thanks.
We haven't figured out what the movie will be for the last week of March yet.
I thought it was
we
John
would-
Wick 4.
John Wick 4.
Oh yeah, fuck. Okay, we're all seeing that. I forgot. What that
And
was.
I thought I was a special guest.
Dale.
No, April will be Arnold month.
No,
Jana.
April for Arnold. Get it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
No,
wait, yeah, she's
no.
bummed because we're going to have baby Cecilia, so I might not even be here for
Oh.
that.
Oh.
So we'll just hold off on Titanic till you come back.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm not doing Titanic without you.
Tell her
Are you nuts?
you'll be back.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted me to do just a straight up video for my channel and ruin my channel with.
Okay,
Titanic.
I would rather
that
you do
then.
that.
So
but
we
we
don't-
can
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
review it on the stream.
Do that.
If you want to do that,
No, here's
hey,
what you do.
I would say you guys review it while
You
Cecilia.
can make it a
is going.
short. You can make
So
it a
I
short.
will
Titanic?
be here.
Here's what
Doesn't
we'll
that
do.
sound? Doesn't that
you
sound
make
great?
you make a video about it, right? We'll review the movie and then play your video in the stream.
There you go. I'll make a video. I'll pre-record a video.
Pre-record a video.
There
We'll
you
play it. We're helping each other. God damn it!
We'll
Great.
coordinate a time so that it works out that it's at the same time, right? Cross promote.
You know what they call that? that shit. I was on top of it.
Dang, dude.
Good
You almost
job.
got us.
Oh, finally the table. Oh, the table have turned.
The tables have turned.
I don't even like Titanic, Steven. I just want to. I know
No,
Copa
we wa-
hates it so
we
much,
want-
so I want it.
Listen, Copa's going to go all in. I'm going to back him up because I have my own rants about that fucking shit movie.
Oh, I'm going ballistic, man.
There you go. There's the plan. You do your thing. I'll show it on here and we'll talk about it while you're breastfeeding your baby.
Here's the keywords I'll be thinking
I
the
meant
entire
Jenna.
time I'm reviewing. The entire time I'm reviewing Titanic, the keywords in my head will be ballistic knife fight, and then I'm just going to go off. I'm going to go off
Do
in
it.
that fucking
No,
movie.
do it. I need you to do it because I need somebody with me on this.
Oh no, there's plenty.
Because you could
I
go into
got
more
you, bro.
depth.
If
You
no
go into
one's
more
with you,
depth.
I'm with you.
Thank you. You go into
I think all of us have problems with Titanic, though.
Yes,
It's just-
yeah.
you
that's
two
true.
especially have
Oh, I
problems with it.
fucking hate that movie. Oh my god, I hate that movie. Let's not get into that though. Titanic knife fight. Let's go.
Let's do
Get
it.
Yeah, get in the boat. See, look, we're not wrong, Jana. See, yes, we're gonna do an Arnold April.
We can add Running Man onto the list. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, people know.
Yeah.
Know.
See, Sharpie is all about that Running Man life.
Mm-hmm.
People I know hate that movie. That's like they think it's his.
How can you hate?
I love that movie. Was ahead of its time, man.
Sub-Zero, and now
Yeah.
he's just plain zero.
Plain Zero.
It's great.
All right. Well, my heart will go on.
Go on. We'll go
We
on.
probably
Okay,
need to go on with
Jesus,
the
let's
review.
get back to this.
Yeah.
Because it's 8 hours. We have 8 hours left.
Yes.
shit, we're
Okay.
like 10
So he's
minutes
on his way to Japan.
So anyway, like
Okay.
I was saying, he needs this. He needs this trip, right? He even says it like it's been kind of therapeutic for him to be away from everything, get on the sea. He's obviously got this diary and he's writing all his thoughts, and then he goes kind of going over all the shit that he's been through, and this is good. This is
I
where
like
good
it when
writing.
alcoholics can keep up with journals.
Yeah,
He's got
There you
nothing
go.
else to fucking do in the 1800s.
Yeah.
so-
I was gonna say,
I mean,
what else?
he's like-
What else
he's
is there
like
to
staying
do?
in between the lines and everything?
Yeah.
It's good. And we got Yokohama, the Yokohama Harbor, 1876. Good shit.
That looks accurate.
Wow, you were there?
Don't ask.
Don't tell.
You don't know where I've been, Cannoli. You don't want to know.
Man, when we do the Rambo stream, I'm going all in for that one too.
Oh, that's
The
aren't
mullet.
we doing a Stallone thing soon
Yeah.
on another channel soon, right?
Yo, we keep getting distracted with
Okay, yeah,
movies
sorry.
we're gonna do.
Go.
We could
Yeah,
do
yeah.
this after.
No.
All right. So
Go,
here
go, go.
in town, you're about to see the weirdest kind of transition between
You guys go ahead.
what you would, I guess, typically think of a feudal era, because it's no longer really feudal era Japan, and you're seeing a lot of people in business suits, a lot of
You
travelers.
see it changing. Yeah, you see it changing. And this
Especially
guy,
later on, a year later.
so this guy, the guy who's kind of delegating, taking him around. What the fuck was his name in the movie?
The rat guy from Harry Potter.
The Harry Potter. Yeah, he's basically there as like a translator, kind of. Is that right? To helping out
he's
the empire. The
he's going to
Japanese
be
empire.
offering his services. He's
Right.
a documentarian and all that, but also he can translate.
And he's going through this part where he's telling Algren here about all the different people that the emperor's bringing in, like soldiers from America, engineers from Germany,
mutton chops from Britain.
mutton chops from Britain to kind of
about to
make
see
it
some
more
major
Western.
chops.
He
Yeah.
wants to bring it into the
Simon
current
Graham,
age.
that's the character's name, Mr. Graham.
Mr. Graham.
Mr. Graham.
I love when he's walking up the. We'll get to that in a second. When he's walking up the stairs, do I look okay? It's a little
I
snug in
haven't
the
worn this in a
midriff.
year. I
Yeah.
hope I don't look bad.
It's a little snug in the midriff.
I've been eating all this Aleppo food.
Yeah, but this is what I mean about the sets and God damn, they really do a good job, man. You really feel.
Yeah, I mean, they're going
engaged.
to temples and everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
they're
was
going to the
actually filmed in New Zealand. This wasn't even filmed in Japan. Is the
Oh, this-
interesting part.
This
Yeah,
part.
that's it.
This is a
That's it.
Buddhist temple, or this is a temple in Japan, or
They might have just
New
made the
Zealand?
sets and everything, but yeah,
No,
they
this is
set
not
up
a
everything
set.
in New.
No, that's
well,
real.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just going by what the trivia tells
The
me.
fuck,
I
man?
don't-
I'm just saying.
children.
That's not a set. So
Oh, you know
this
it.
isn't. That's pretty incredible to find that in New Zealand.
Yes, Jenna, there will be a Stallone month. If we do Schwarzenegger, you got to do Stallone because I think Stallone's
Yeah.
a better action star. I'm sorry.
The comeback month when Copa joins us again, that will be
That-
Stallone month.
Yo,
As long as going 9/11's us.
Yo.
The day we got 9/11.
People were hustling and
The
bustle.
People were hustling and they were
the
bustling.
gun.
Little did they know.
The Pentagon.
The plenty gun.
That's the day we. Oh my god!
Oh,
Fucking,
wow.
we'll play that during the thing.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
see
back
too.
to So this is really this is where they meet the emperor, right? And he's going through all the customs, right? How to kneel and how long to kneel and how to bow and move around. I don't fucking God.
If I remember
insane.
correctly, he's like telling him all this while they're in there, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's
Yeah, like
basically
just
while
hush,
they're going
hush,
there. Yeah.
Very
Yeah, yeah.
cool, on the information there really quick.
yeah.
Bow your head. Yeah, and you got the guys in the business suits, and then you got the guys on the right here, and like your traditional.
Like these so looking guys on the right.
So hey, yeah, and then there's Amora, and you got like the emperor in the background, just in this dark figure. You really don't see him, but he's got the white gloves on, which is special.
I do like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
I
good.
don't know.
That's
And they're just like, what the?
the cinematography should have won this year.
I don't know what it
I'm pretty sure
was. It
Lord of the Rings won.
Oh, let's see.
I guarantee you, John Toll didn't. This is John Toll, who was the cinematographer.
Cinematographer for fantastic.
And I bet you he wasn't even nominated. I guarantee it.
That's
It would shock me if he was.
That's a shame if he wasn't, because it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go through this. So this is.
It was like this movie was nominated for 4 Academy Awards, but it was all
It was probably sound editing.
sound editing.
Papa Cannoli. What's up,
Was,
Papa?
Music? Was Hans Zimmer?
No. Surprisingly, no.
Dude, he gets snubbed all the time. He gets snubbed.
Yeah, hold on. I have it written down here.
The year Inception came out, he lost to the fucking Social Network soundtrack. With Trent Reznor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Trent Reznor?
Okay,
And I'm like-
so it was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for Ken Watanabe, Best Art Direction, Best Costumes, and Sound Mixing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
total
movie got hell
total
of a
snubbery.
Thanks, Jana. How much did you pay her to say this, Kopa?
Man,
I love
a
Jana.
lot.
Thank
No,
you,
just kidding.
Jana.
She loves us. She loves
Oh.
you guys. She could care less about me.
Mrs.
Oh,
The more I stay in the office, the better, she says.
Okay, so for cinematography, the year that this one was in, The Aviator, House of Flying Daggers, The Passion of the Christ, The Phantom of the Opera, and A Very Long Engagement.
Is for what category?
For cinematography?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on, I think
Passion,
I'm looking at the
Passion
wrong
of
year.
Christ.
Hold on. I'm looking.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You know what? Fucking.
This came out in 2003, so it's the 2004 Academy Awards.
Right,
Yeah,
'cause it's
that's
the
the 2004 Academy Awards, but like, no, that's not right at all because
I think they go by that same year though. Like 2000. Yeah, it's weird how they do it.
Because
That's-
Return of the King came out 2003 as well.
2003.
Yeah, and so I'm pretty sure that won cinematography. Definitely.
yeah, no,
won Best
okay, so
Picture.
2003. Sorry, okay, so 2003 cinematography was City of God, Cold
Okay.
Mountain,
Mhm.
Girl with the Pearl Earring,
Right.
Girl,
Master and
I bet you.
Commander.
Yeah, the girl with the
Master and Commander was fucking good.
and Seabiscuit.
I'll
Seabiscuit
say
was good.
biscuit.
T-Biscuit had a good.
That was good cinematography, but it's not
That's my
this.
nickname
Not
off the
this.
high school.
What won that year?
Master and Commander.
That makes sense.
Dude,
That was
Master and
good.
Commander was so
I'll
fucking
take it.
underrated.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's a solid. You take that out.
Both of them
And
came
then-
out the same year. Like
Yeah.
this
Same time.
year was Master Commander, Last Samurai, and then the third Lord of the Rings. Like that's a hell of a year.
So
Jesus.
for the sound mixing and costume design, which this movie was also nominated for, that both of those went to Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Naturally.
And then for best supporting actor, it went to Tim Robbins in Mystic River.
Mystic River.
Mystic
Yeah.
River was a good movie,
That was
but
good. I bet you anything they gave it to Tim Robbins because of him getting snubbed for Shawshank.
how many years prior was Shawshank though?
They do
2
that all the
years.
time, dude.
I mean, they did it to Denzel Washington eventually too.
Let's see,
Yeah.
Shawshank came out what 92, so 11 years.
No,
You know.
wasn't Shawshank like 98?
No, that's Green Mile. you might be thinking of.
Green Mile
I
came
might
out
be
after.
thinking of that. Hold on.
So-
Let's see.
And then I'm interested about the soundtrack.
1994.
94.
So what, as far as best soundtrack, do they have that for these Academy Awards?
Music original score. Okay.
Lord of the
Oh,
Rings
God.
won.
I gotta
Guaranteed.
go.
Lord of the Rings won, but it was also going with Big Fish, which I know you guys have words on that movie.
Okay.
Cold Mountain. Finding Nemo.
Who did Cold Mountain? That's Michael
Gabriel
Giacchino.
Yared.
Wow. Okay.
James Newton Howard, I think, did Finding Nemo, right?
Tom Newman.
Oh, Thomas Newman. Oh, Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's
Tommy Newman. Short
Tommy's great.
people.
Yeah,
And
you know how we roll, Steven.
House of Sand
We're
and Fog by James
already
Horner.
in 51
You know,
minutes.
while we're going through this crap, Canoli could just be skipping through stills
I
here.
am.
But
What
he
are you
doesn't.
talking about? I am. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Oh,
I was enthralled in the conversation. God damn it!
killing
God.
everything.
Coco's like,
good.
hurry up, you
Okay.
fucking
We're losing
Paisan,
so-
hurry up, Paisan. We just
Look,
skipped over a bunch.
Steven's even calling us out. And we're 51 minutes in, and I haven't even done any of the narration here.
I know.
So it's
not me.
We're just getting off. We're just getting off track. But I mean, this is the whole thing. Is like we should just keep
hard.
discussing it. We
Okay,
don't have to
wanna
go
just-
through every plot.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
so
you can
fuck it.
no, keep the images up.
No. Okay, fine.
yeah,
fine.
keep the images up, man.
Amen.
Hey,
No.
dude, come on.
Okay, so they're getting ready to go and train the battalion, right? Because now he's kind of settled in a little bit, and we can skip over this, right?
Yeah.
So,
this
here
is where he
he's-
has his flashbacks, though, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, he's
about
having
like how
flashbacks.
Nice
Sorry?
mustache.
Well, he's having flashbacks, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, while he's in the middle of training them, he's getting tasked to go after what's his name, Matsumoto,
Matsumora.
Katsumoto.
right? And so
racist.
I haven't seen it in like 5 years, bro.
I love you, Coco.
and you didn't rewatch it for tonight. What's wrong with you?
He's got a
bro?
memory. He's got this thing. That dome.
I got this thing. I
Look
got
at that
this
dome.
thing.
He's got the memory. Hey,
It's like
Okay.
I'm like one movie man. It's like One Punch Man, but I just need to watch it once, and it's in there.
Welcome to the Last Samurai Show.
One
We
Punch
talk about
Copa, there
everything
you
but the
go.
Last. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do this tomorrow, Jacob. Don't do this tomorrow on your show.
All I've got to
Oh.
say is,
Oh.
oh fuck, you're gonna make me commit seppuku.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
So he's training the army, and he's just like he's got this instinct, and he's telling them like, "Hey, these guys aren't ready to go into a battle like tomorrow, which is the plan, right?" So he
Yeah.
decides to put a little bit of a show, and he takes this one soldier, and he's like, "I command this soldier to shoot me, and if he doesn't, I'm going to kill him." And the soldier's like really scared about it, and he shoots him twice, but he misses both times.
And
So
he
Tom
shoots
Cruise is
him off.
like, "Dude, they're
shoots
not
his head-
ready. Like, don't do
Hey,
this."
you're missing a plot point where he shot his hat off like it was a fucking silent
Hey.
film.
Thanks for joining there, buddy.
Pew.
Keep that cannoli rolling, Mr. Cannoli Scrub. Yeah, see, that's what Steven's like. Move it, buddy.
Scrub,
Move it.
scrub.
I'm scrubbing. This is a good scene. This is where
So
he
now
has
here's the battle that they were preparing for, right? So they're in
Mhm.
the forest, they're all prepared. These guys all look shitless while they're waiting, right?
And
And they
Connolly,
hear the
he-
samurai coming, but they don't see them at all. They don't know where they are.
so, like the Scottish dude is over there, like, no, I'm gonna fight. I don't give a crap. You know,
Talk about
like,
great cinematography in this fucking scene when they come out of the
Oh,
shadows
yeah.
and the moonlight. Oy!
And the
So
whole
like
point of the
he's telling
freaking-
them to like hold their fire. I will tell you when, and they get scared, and one guy lets off a shot, and then they all just start shooting, and the plan kind of goes, you know. So the samurai attack. They basically
Scrubbing
wait,
too hard,
whoa.
damn it!
Hold on. What
You're
was
gonna
that?
make me
Vex?
scrub.
You're gonna make me scrub too fucking.
I'm gonna scrub.
I like Vex's sound effect there. What was that? It was like a.
He's like, whatever. Move on. He's dead.
Italian son of a bitch. Let's move it.
Okay, well, the whole point of all that crazy looking, samurai armor, is also it's scary. All that shit running towards you. Look at those,
Oh,
those
yeah.
helmets.
Yeah, man.
Well, the other
Especially
thing
when they're
too
coming
is
out
like
of the fog like demons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they
these
planned
guys
it that
also-
way.
they also know how hardcore these guys are. Is the other thing,
Mhm.
right? Because the samurai have a very hard way of
Shiro.
life. Hi, Shiro. They have a
Shiro.
very like honorable way of life, and they have no fear, right? One of the things that Tom Cruise ends up learning when later on in the film is that there is no fear. There's
No
just the
mind.
moment, right? Each
Right.
breath is purposeful. right?
And even though a ton of samurai used, firearms, muskets at a point, they're going even more hardcore, which I don't know.
Jacob. Yeah. Talk about the Titanic.
Because that movie's that long.
I dare you.
It'll bleed over.
It's easier to deal with samurai when you're drunk. Yeah, well, that's the whole point.
So the nice buddy with the Billy Connolly, he dies during the scene.
Scotty.
And he's very upset about it. And Tom Cruise just goes fucking ham. Like, he gets knocked off his horse. He doesn't have his gun loaded. So he takes one of the flags that the samurai had and he just starts fucking slashing and stabbing samurai with it. And Katsumoto,
this is why I like Tom Cruise's character.
Yeah. And Katsumoto sees this because the flag that he's doing all this with has the tiger that he saw in a vision at the beginning of the film. And he's like, this is the man. So
wait. We have to explain that this guy was a general who was hunting down
samurai. He fought with
previously a samurai.
Yeah.
So that's why he's getting the samurai treatment.
And just like 14 scrubs ago, there was I'm sorry, this is killing me, y'all. But that was a scene that goes back to what Copa was talking about earlier, where it was, he saw in that vision when he was meditating, that tiger fighting alone, whatever. And there's Tom Cruise, and he has the flag, the banner in his hand. He's fighting, and he's kicking the asses of plenty of people all in a row. But eventually gets to the point where it's, he's getting,
because he's been stabbed 2 or 3 times in that whole interaction.
Right, 3 times. I shot him 3 times. Oh yeah,
Katsumoto takes him as like a prisoner, quote unquote, and this is them traveling now back to their village, like close to the mountains, right?
This is beautiful here. Wherever they shot this is unbelievable.
New Zealand. This is New Zealand, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's supposed to represent.
You said that earlier, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't listen to women. Fuck.
I wouldn't either, so I don't blame you.
I'm giving you shit. No, you're right. That landscape, you're right. It's it's beautiful. They really did it. Look at this. Look at this. This is the nature in this movie. The set, this village.
Well,
really puts you at ease.
The time of the year too is meant to be like reflective of the changes Tom Cruise goes through, right? So this is all starting in the fall, right?
Yes.
Everything is starting to die and go to sleep. And now it's coming through winter where everything is dormant, right?
Very
where
true.
Things get really difficult. Life is hard. Life is barren. And you see that kind of come through in the like emotional hurdles that he kind of goes over.
The winter of my life.
Steven's like, scrub the goddamn movie. Is that true? The average height of a samurai was
Japanese
5'2".
men are very,
well, they're not
very
tall
short.
men, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, thanks, Shiro. Appreciate you very, very, very much. Anyway, let's scrub through.
So yeah, he's barely hanging on there. So Katsumoto, he takes Nathan Algren, right? And he takes it to his sister's house.
Insolent swine.
Answer.
So his sister's name is Taka, and what we find out later on is that one of the samurai that he had killed in that battle was Taka's husband, right? So he tasked his sister with taking care of him. And he's just like holding a sword out, like, I'm gonna kill you, like, and he just has no fear. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He wants to die. Yeah.
Right. And this is completely different from all the other Westerners that they found. Oh yeah, here's Hiroki Sanada there. He's like the right-hand man for Katsumoto a little bit in battle. So
that's his son here to the right.
And that's his son, Nobutada. There we go.
Fuck, these good with the names. Look at you.
I was a weeb in high school. That's why.
The weeboo.
Nippon.
I also have a Sailor Moon tattoo, so it all comes together.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's taking care of him and cleaning his wounds, and like as the days and the weeks go by where he's recovering, like he's just screaming in the middle of the night throughout all of this. And it's not that he's screaming in pain. He's screaming for sake. He's screaming for alcohol because all he's bombarded with are all of the memories.
Yeah, he's getting the DTs.
Yeah.
The DTs. Oh, the detox.
He's detoxing.
Yeah,
So
but he's bombarded by all
the DTs.
Yeah, right. So like they're hearing him, and just like he's getting sober, going through the detox and all this stuff. So now they're just like they're asking Katsumoto like, why did you spare this dude? And he's just like, good conversation. I don't know.
Wait, how did that go?
Good conversation.
You go to
Good
suck his blood later?
conversation. That was the Canadian version of
Good
Japanese.
conversation.
Good conversation, eh?
Put down the bunny.
Put down. Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
Put down the bunny.
No, but you know.
Put the samurai back in the box.
But yeah, basically, it's an honor. It's technically a form of an honor for her to take care of the prisoner, the one who actually defeated her husband in a good fight. So
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't give a shit. I want you to stab him in the dick.
Yeah, like
And
this is
he's
hard
like,
for me. I don't
Do you
want to look
want me
after my
to stab
husband's
him in
killer.
his dick? And
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, I want you
This
to.
part here, he's reading through his diary. Now, I'm assuming he can't read English.
No, he
Right,
knows
so-
English.
Yeah.
No, he knows English. Yeah.
Okay, I was just assuming. I don't know. I thought it was like a Hollywood thing.
Bro,
He
you
needs-
watched this like 2 days
needs
ago
help.
when I did.
You know, they
No, I know,
interact
but
with
like
each
I'm saying
It's
yeah.
because he scrubbed through it, Vex.
Yeah, facts.
He's a scrubber.
No,
He
this was,
scrubs.
yeah, look at him. He looks fucked. Yeah, you're right. There's those DTs. He's losing his mind here. Poor guy.
Tripping.
This
I'm
is
tripping.
my
I
house.
could-
You do what I
This
say,
guy's
woman.
This guy's speaking Japanese, and I understand him.
See, this is where Lou Gossip Jr. would be perfect.
This is my house.
It's my house, woman.
Oh, no, actually, she says,
Make that rice,
she's
woman.
the one saying that this is my house. Because he
He's
said,
saying it.
no.
Oh, she said it.
Yeah, because he's
Well,
like,
let's- let's-
those are my orders and all that. And she says, yeah, and this is my house.
But if that was Lou Gossip Jr.,
Come on,
he's saying,
bitch.
I don't give a shit, woman. Make my lunch.
Bye, Steven.
Aw, bye, Steven.
See you, Steven.
I'll catch you in a bit. All right, Steve. We'll probably be here to put for 3
Arigato.
hours.
Yeah, so here's her hearing him scream in the middle of the night, and like, yeah, she just
She's
really
like, will you
can't put
shut
up with
the
this shit.
fuck up?
Yeah, I'm trying to sleep, woman.
Yeah, like,
Who's this
oh
guy
my
screaming in
God.
my house?
Be quiet.
Just coping with his fucking hieroglyphics writing again. What is that? What is that supposed to mean?
It says, I love yacht rock.
I can't wait till tomorrow morning with the yacht rock. Most samurai were quite tiny. 16th century samurai was usually very slim, ranging from 5'3" to 5'5". For comparison, Europeans a bunch of fucking.
We had less protein.
It's all a soy.
Yeah, but
just-
anyways.
Half
she
the movie, he's
she
just
keeps
sleeping.
him up. I mean, he keeps her up by screaming all the freaking time like a little bitch.
Yeah.
You and your demons, dude.
Pussy. Yeah, this is when he finally comes to. He's detoxed and he's like,
There's Bob.
yeah, there's Bob. I'm gonna call you
One
Bob.
of the most important characters in the movie. Bob.
Yeah, Bob is the man. Bob is the man. Yeah, so he
This
just
is a guy that's just set forth by Katsumoto, who's supposed to follow him and make sure he doesn't get into shit. Essentially,
Yeah, to do,
right?
yeah. It's
Mhm.
not really to protect him so much; it's to protect him from to protect other people from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's going through the village now, and he's seeing like he notices all these warriors training, and there's like a moment where it's like, oh, these are not the savages I was told that they were. Like, there's unity here. There's some like oh, fuck.
What the
Synergy, synchronization.
Yeah,
is the word I'm looking
everything's
for.
just rolling smooth out. Yeah, everybody's organized and actually doing something.
I mean, he's
Right.
actually noticing some soldiering.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he shits on her floor.
The mud
No, he's-
shoes.
Yeah, he had muddy shoes, and that was actually pretty
He
symbolic
shits
of
on
him
her.
just
In
starting to break
America,
down.
do they shit on
Why
In
you shit
America,
on-
they shit on floor.
Oh, animal. All right, there we go.
He smells like pig.
Yeah.
All right,
He's
him and Bob
disgusting.
walking more.
This is
So
a
they
beautiful
go
shot.
and
too.
visit
Temple.
Katsumoto now here.
This is-
Yeah.
This is a nice shot.
hmm
My ancestors built this temple. He's talking to
He sounds like Dolph Lundgren, dude.
him.
My ancestors built this temple.
And if he dies, he dies.
They built this city on rock and roll.
Yasibia.
I must break you.
Look at that look. Look, he's like, I break.
Oh god. Fucking yeah. So they're having they don't like the conversation in Yoko where you're from? That was good. This is a good interaction.
Yeah, here he's just like, it's I want to know what's going on kind of deal. And he's just like, it's very rude for you not to introduce yourself. Like some of your customs are weird and to vice versa and all that. So he's just like, oh, and he introduces himself properly. And he's like, this was a good conversation. And he just fucks off. And
Walks
he's like,
away.
no, I have questions. He's like, questions will
He's
come
like,
later.
fuck your questions,
Right.
white boy.
Right.
Yeah,
So he's
let's
just
try
like,
that.
no, just like, who's taking care of me? And he's like, that's my sister Taka. You killed her husband. Like, you killed her husband. I'm just like, oh, I killed. Why am I there? Whatever. Right.
Yeah.
So here's
Mhm.
where
You
he
said you
starts to
scream
kind
like
of.
bitch.
It's just like some deep realization sets in now that he's all sober
Yeah.
and everything. Right.
Stop shitting on the floor.
That's
So
rule
he
number one.
does take his shoes off this time.
New
Yes.
rule. I'm gonna stop shitting on the floor.
Yeah, this is where they
They give him a massage.
yeah.
No,
No.
no Butana's there, right? Because that's
Oh,
Katsumoto's
okay.
son.
November 1876. I think he's gay.
What are you
getting?
So he's like, please come join us, come eat with us, right? Because again, this is like a friendly thing, despite the tension that was here before. So he's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, I'm supposed to be a prisoner, I assume, and you guys are treating me with a lot of respect and all this stuff. So he sits down, and the kid does something funny here, which
Yeah.
the
just
first
makes that
time I thought
face.
this was just a kid being a kid, but the second rewatch, I was like, no, he's imitating him screaming in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Yo, you're right.
Yo. Vex.
He's like,
Deep take.
oh.
'Cause that's
He
what I
was
thought
just
the
making
first
a face at him, not just being like, you're like a little bit.
Because the
I
only
like that.
interaction this kid has had with him is just hearing the screams.
The screaming man in the other room
Yeah.
who killed my
Yeah.
daddy.
You killed
So-
my father.
Well, can you like play it
You
so you
did
can
it.
see him scream here or no? Like you can play 8
You trying to
seconds.
get me kicked out of YouTube? I don't know if there's audio playing. Hold on. Let me know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I
He
guess.
doesn't actually scream at it. He just makes a face.
The face.
That's
yeah.
enough. That's enough. Turn it off.
I got it. I got it.
Hey,
Underneath.
hey, can you play it again and I'll do the scream?
Let's
There you
do that.
go.
Hold on. Where did I go too far? Hold on. I went a little too far, huh?
No, forget it then.
God.
Dang
The
it.
moment's
It's
lost.
done.
The moment's
God,
lost.
Yeah.
sorry, Copa.
Oh,
God
did we?
damn it.
Right.
Did you scrub through the whole scene where like they had the outside fight where he got his ass kicked out? in the
No,
rain?
that's coming
Not
up.
yet.
Okay,
That's
okay.
about to come up. Yeah.
That's
This is
the
it.
scene
This is
that
Yeah, here it
one.
is. Here it is.
Oh,
Look at this kid's like, I have a bigger stick than
Yeah,
you.
he's like, you're a little bitch.
Yeah, look at you, bitch.
And then kids is totally back. So he's like, no, it's you take. I don't want to touch it. You filthy white pig.
And the guy
Take-
tells him, like, the kid,
Take the candlestick
yeah.
back.
he's like, fight the kid. And Tom Cruise is like, I don't want to fight this fucking kid. And he's like, no. They're stronger than you think. Go ahead and, you know.
Mhm.
And of course,
Give him
he
a good
overpowers
whack.
him. Yeah. Hit me with that wood stick.
He does like deflect his blow the first time, and then the second time he tries
Mm-hmm.
to strike him, he can tell he's like pissed off at Tom, at
Mhm.
Allegren. So Allegren just grabs it and breaks like the whole point of those kinds of fights and all that. And then here comes Badass over here, like, hey, bitch,
Yujo.
don't.
Yeah.
Yujo was his character's name. Yes.
You jaw. Yeah. He's like, well, you want some from me? Fight a man your own side. And Tom
Yujo
Cruise,
about to get the hit in the head.
I gotta give
But
Tom.
here's
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you got to give Algren credit here. He was taking these fucking hits, and he was like, all right, whatever.
That's what I
doing
mean, and
there?
I think this is where everyone else notices, like, this is not your typical Western man. Like, he seems to have some of the same energy that we have. It's just not in the right place. It's not
Yeah.
being directed properly, right?
He's
Nice,
like, I'm used to a
Anna.
cavalry sword.
What I
I'm
loved about
I'm gonna
this
jerk
was
you off right here.
happy ending.
Oh, here we go.
What was great about what really set this scene was the rain, obviously, the fight scene, and then the fucking music
music.
that comes in. That score, it's just, oh my god,
Mhm.
it's fucking amazing.
This was
So-
his 100th film score, by the way.
Yeah.
No shit. God, he's made
Yeah.
so many goddamn.
So with the rain, this is his baptism. So this is Tom Cruise's baptism. Usually, when you see rain in a film or in a book or something like that, that usually means some kind of baptism.
I was gonna say, like, I thought it was like a cleansing, but I guess that
It
makes
is. It's
sense.
the-
Yeah,
well,
it's
Yeah,
A
well, the
rebirth.
baptism
Same
is
thing,
not-
same
It's
thing.
his
Yeah.
rebirth. So his rebirth is happening right now.
See, that's why we
That's-
keep you
that's
around,
so
Copa.
bad.
Well,
See,
thank you for
that-
keeping me around.
That big head of yours is.
Yeah, I
Just
thought
got
it was
so
for the
much
beautiful big bald head. That's why we kept.
Well,
him.
that's the
Guy
first
Oh,
thing.
shiny.
You like
Oh, like the sun. All right, we love your head, Copa.
The rising sun. That could have been your theme. Okay.
If I could figure out how to come
Get
up from the
Yeah, there you go. We'll
I
just
could
change
sell
the-
5,000
we'll change the hue.
I could sell $5,000 speakers with this scene. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's. a score
Oh,
really
look at it.
cool.
It's the rising sun. Oh,
Hans Zimmer scores are perfect
Italian
for
version.
testing. What the fuck you do? You all right, Copa?
He
No,
was
I was-
rising.
I was rising,
Oh,
dude.
I'm sorry. I
Don't
missed
worry
that
about
first.
it.
I'm
Let's,
fucking losing.
let's just keep going.
Yeah, baptism.
You want-
Baptism.
if you want to test out your surround system, put a Hans Zimmer score on your fucking TV because that guy's music is just
And the blood coming from his nose during this scene actually looks pretty.
yeah,
cool.
it was dripping down. Yeah,
Mhm.
and she's just looking at him like, wow.
Well, her kids are out there still, right? So
Yeah, well, she was worried because like the older kid understands that the screaming man was the guy who killed my daddy. And
Right.
so, and she's
Daddy.
seeing him out there fighting. That little kid, you know, the older of the two kids, is like, Hagen, you know, is like seriously pissed off and wanting to hit him with a stick. You know, with the kendo. He's like, "I'm gonna beat your ass."
He's just getting it, and he grabs the stick,
and he
from the dude.
keeps getting back up, and he pulls a Rocky here. He keeps on getting back up.
Hey, yo,
We love the dedication.
you got to keep moving forward. Yeah. Is this when he yells at Bob? He's
no,
like,
he comes
"Bob,
up with the name Bob.
Yeah,
for
thanks
it.
for
He's
thanks for
always pissed
helping
off
me.
at Bob.
Well, Bob didn't protect him, but I don't think he's supposed
good
to.
job, Bob. You really saved my nuts back there.
I knew a guy named Bob. Man, he was ugly as a
And Bob
mule.
has not spoken the whole time.
Yeah.
Bob, silent Bob.
There we go. Here's conversation number 2. Vex.
He's a silent Bob.
He's doing calisthenics here.
He's laying down because he got his ass beat the other day.
Yeah.
We don't know how many days is actually in between all this.
Is this the scene where he tells him about General
Okay.
Custer? Is this the General Custer scene where
Yeah,
he's
I think so.
yeah.
This is where they're discussing kind of war tactics or whatnot,
Right,
because
right.
for him, it's like it doesn't make sense for people to want to like die like this and all that stuff because of the whole samurai way of life and all that, right? So they have like a little bit of a debate on like what war actually is and what battle means, because they have two very, for him it's a haunting thing, and that's, you know, been his character so far, but for him it's a way of life, it's an honor thing, it's purpose, right? So they have like a little bit of a conflict here. That's the whole point of the scene.
Yeah.
Like basically you're disgraced by your service and I'm honored by mine.
Yeah, like he sees Custer as like, wow, this guy's pretty brave, and then Cruz is like, no, he's a fool. He's a fool. He got all these people killed for no reason, going into a battle he couldn't win. Yeah, this is good.
They have great chemistry in this movie. Ken Watanabe and Tom Cruise. They really, you can see that they really, in every way, they're just like yin and yang to each other in this film.
So you talk about baptism with the rain. So that scene didn't have the rain. So he's going back into the home now. So Copa, is this supposed to be more reflective again? Like it's a new beginning for him at this point?
Yeah, this is exactly where he's getting reborn into something different. He's starting to understand and realize the way of life he's being brought into. Even though he's a prisoner of it, he's starting to embrace it. See? And that's another thing too. When you see a character get into water, and if they don't drown, that's another baptism.
Mm-hmm.
So smart. I like it.
And when you start up that new life,
another thing is, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
It's also springtime now. So spring
is
the
also time of the year. Yeah, Vex did say
the
that
time
before.
of the year where it's a time of birth.
Yeah. This was a cute scene where he's showing the kid his thumb trick, and the kid's like enthralled by it, right? Because he's never seen anything like that before. But he's paying attention to him more. Like they're actually interacting more, and he's trying to kind of. Yeah, obviously he feels bad for killing his father.
He's filling the father role in the household now, right? Because there's no man there anymore.
Right.
But he's also gaining his forgiveness for the terrible atrocities he's committed against the Native Americans.
Yes.
By being absorbed into this house by a woman whose husband he's killed, and he's now taking a little bit of interest in this child's life as well.
Look at Jana giving info about her first Asian crush.
Mine was Hiroyuki Sanada, who's the supporting guy here. I thought he was hella cute when I.
That was your first Asian crush? Was in here?
Aw.
Yeah.
Poor little Vex, so cute.
I'm drinking American Crush.
The guy she's talking about, Vex, he's also the lead guy in. God, why can't I think of it? I Saw the Devil.
Oh, it starts with a J.
Yeah.
Something Byun Lee. Yeah, he's very. My mom thinks he's hot too, so I get that one. Yeah.
Are we starting a dating service for Asians now? Is that
well, when
Yellow
he's on
fever,
TV,
man.
I'm supposed to go to the office. I'm supposed to be in here.
Okay. Yellow fever is a real thing, my friend.
Oh my
She's like,
god!
Korean men, especially.
Go
Korean
away.
men are just
I've
something
been down
else.
the Yellow River, but I did not like it.
Yeah, this scene here is where this just a little bit before this is where Tom Cruise is noticing their discipline on everything
It's
they
just
like.
a gorgeous shot.
discipline.
It's beautiful, but he's saying how they're dedicated. They go way above and beyond to anything they do, and how they're disciplined and their these rituals every morning. They start the morning the same way, they end their nights the same way.
Yeah,
Every breath is with purpose, is what he
Purpose,
says.
yeah,
Right,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
they start everything, and everything that they begin is with perfection or something.
Right, and every kiss begins with K.
They're not even a sponsor, bro.
Not yet. They will after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so that he wants to learn how
Actually,
to.
no, my engagement ring is from K Jewelers. So
Oh,
you
If a kiss begins with kiss. Realizing there is humanity past patriotism. Love it. So.
which is hold on, that's something we come back to in the end. Which when we get there, we'll get there. But here now he's starting to learn the way of the samurai, right? Because it's just he's starting to slowly, now that the sobriety is there and everything, he's kind of really taking in the culture.
That's funny.
Here he's trying to get to practice the movements. I think shortly after this scene, we see the kids teaching him Japanese as well.
Eating the rice.
Yeah, he who's this? The oldest one, Hagen or whatever, rolls up on him, and basically they just both stare at each other awkwardly, and then they bow, and then the scene moves on. And like Beck said,
yeah, and he can't perfect the samurai fighting yet. And the guy tells him that you too much mind. He keeps saying using too much, so he's basically just overthinking everything. Yeah, too many mind.
But they're allowing him to participate.
Yeah. But what do you mean too many mind? He's like, you have to mind who's watching. You have to mind your step. You have to mind your enemy. And he's just essentially trying to tell him, like, just focus on the movement that you're making.
You're worried that everybody's going to see you in your Japanese dress. Don't care about it, baby.
But it's just like mindfulness is a very big theme throughout this whole thing, because Tom Cruise's character, he's just mindless throughout the first part of the film, right? Because he drinks to get his sorrow. He doesn't recognize what he's fully doing to everyone around him. And then he gets here and he starts to actually find some semblance of peace. He actually understands what he's doing. That's why he starts interacting with the family more, and he starts adapting this way of life more. So
yeah, and he even says it like he's not a spiritual man, he says, but he's like, definitely there's something here that's spirit, like I feel it.
Yes.
It's his first, like you said, it's his first piece he's had in years. His best sleep he's had in years. So he's learning. Yeah, it's good. This is the good.
Now, why do you want to say? Why do you want to say anything about sleep number mattresses or anything right now?
Yeah, you want to? Yeah, any other sponsors?
A bush of beer.
Peace sign.
Jesus, Algren. I'm trying to tell him his name.
So now they're properly introducing each other there, right? And he tries to say sorry to Taka here as well, and she's like, I can't fucking do this. So she goes to her brother. He's like, please, like, if you won't make him leave my house, then at least let me kill myself, essentially, because I can't take this. This is shameful to me.
He called me Taco yesterday. Taco.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, and then he's even saying like he's here for a purpose, right? There's a reason why he's here. I don't know what it is. Like even here, it's beyond his understanding, but I know he's here to help us somehow.
I tell you why he's there. He brings up the land value.
Jesus Christ! What? All right, I'm giving it till midnight till I get the copy of the email from YouTube about my fucking channel being this scene right here, the best looking scene in the whole movie.
Yeah,
that's sunset drop.
Unforgiven shot.
Yeah, God, it's beautiful. How exactly do they do that with the camera? Like I know, but I mean, because there's somebody in the comments somewhere on another review was saying like there's a special lens they use for this. But
for the golden hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, I was just curious because it's so beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, they call it golden hour, but it's really like golden 15 minutes. You only got 15 minutes to make this shot happen.
To get this shot, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Golden shower.
And even this, with the, with the snow and the backdrop. God, man, this movie. There's a little kid meditating.
Mindfulness. There you go. Because most people would be uncomfortable by that, but when you really embrace mindfulness, the cold doesn't matter.
Right.
I will say, kid actors always, it's kind of hard to believe whenever you see him in a movie, and that's obviously not a kid from the real era,
What's up, Joker?
The kid's
Hi,
like
Joker.
there. He just doesn't look comfortable in this scene at all. I mean,
Of course, Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. God, look at that backdrop.
Yeah, every bit of it.
God, man, they unbelievable job. I was just when, she's bringing in the clothes, right, from cleaning the clothes, and then she needs help, and I like that where he's helping her, and he goes, "Well, Japanese men don't do this," and he's like, "Oh, I'm not Japanese, if you haven't noticed." So,
and this is where their relationship
I'm
actually
American.
starts. So here, they're teaching him Japanese, and they have a conversation a little bit after this between them. And he now that he has enough of a grasp of the Japanese language, he's like, "I'm sorry." Like he genuinely apologizes.
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, here, yeah. And she accepts the apology, and they're able to actually like move on now from this. This was I liked this scene a lot. This was a good scene.
Yeah.
And the music again, subtle in this scene, but it's just that
and she's just kind of like on the brink of tears as well, right? Because there's no more what's the word I'm looking for? There's no animosity towards him anymore.
Right. Not anymore. She's forgiven him. Yeah, at this point.
Right.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, I think he's writing. I think this is the scene where he's starting to talk about he's not spiritual, but he feels something there, writing it in his journal. Yeah, this is. I mean, I honestly just to watch this movie just for the fucking cinematography is enough.
It makes me wonder, like, if you visited him like 5 years after all this happened, you visited him, would you be like, dude, there's that one white guy who pretends he's Asian?
Right?
Right? Like, oh my god, there's that one guy. He's
so annoying.
White, but he says he's got like, you know, like 7% Asian in his family or something.
So he can fit in.
Yeah, so he can fit in. He's got like a sword on his back all the time and stuff.
I don't know, but you know what? They probably would have like let it go and not be offended, and let these things linger for so long.
It's possible.
Yeah.
He's teaching him baseball here. That was interesting. That was fun. A little reference. And then this is where he finally.
Yeah.
Wait, he was teaching him baseball.
Yeah, they were playing baseball.
Yeah, he was playing baseball with the kids, and then they were trying to tackle him. And
well, that's a goof because baseball wasn't invented in the late 1700s.
Listen,
a stickball has been around for no listen.
Where you know?
Stickball.
Semantics, Opa, semantics.
So here now they're putting into practice all the the training he's been doing with the second best kind of warrior in this clan or whatever, right? And then these guys in the background are making bets and all this on how many hits it will happen. The first 2 hits, Yujo wins, right? Because he's But then the third one, he Nathan's just like, okay, just be like. No mind, just focus on the moves. Like, and they flash back in between showing. True.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. Jana had a question here. Yes, I have seen that movie. Yes,
beautiful movie.
Another great soundtrack in that movie. I love Asian films. They provide more. Most things these days provide more than Western.
Like Kung Pao. She liked Kung Pao.
Vex had a great.
Enter the Fist.
I stopped watching this. And then my palate. This was then I had to watch Ant-Man, unfortunately, and then this was my palate cleanser. I had to go back, and I was like, "Wow!"
I told you all you needed a palate cleanser if you're going to watch Ant-Man.
Yeah, I just want to play video games afterwards. So I was like, I can't. No,
perfect. No. I climbed into the biggest Amazon box I found in the house, just hid in it for a little bit.
Just crying. Like, what did I just watch?
I've shamed my family watching.
Why? The algorithm's gonna love me on Wednesday, though.
No, tomorrow, everybody. Tomorrow it drops.
Tomorrow.
Beautiful.
Oh, Tuesday. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, tomorrow morning. You said yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, he finally gets the 1-up, and he gets a blow on. Oh no, it was a draw. It was a draw at the end of this. I'm like, oh, he's actually getting good. So now it's like at nighttime, and they have like a little bit of a celebration. And I think this is a specific one because I know that Japanese people in the springtime generally have a lot of these festivals when the cherry blossoms are in bloom and stuff. So I don't know if that's a coincidence that I'm just not picking up on. So they're all like, they're having this good celebration. Everyone's having fun. And meanwhile, these like ninjas basically from
dude, the ninja attack.
Ninjas.
Yeah. The prime minister comes in. And like Nathan Algren, sorry, he notices. he notices a dude on the rooftop and he's like, Katsumoto. And then, the dude gets an arrow in the
That's
face.
not
and
Santa
then,
Claus.
and then this fighting ensues, right? So he takes Taka and the kids into their house to try and protect them. And he's fighting off Samurai, and the kid just takes his father's sword. He's like, no, I got to defend my house as well. The kid's struggling. Tom Cruise is struggling. He goes and saves the kid. And there's an interesting moment where he gets the sword now from the kid. And Katsumoto comes into the house. And they're fighting now back to back with each other. There's a synergy going on. Right. And they both look at each other at the end. They're like, this is the purpose.
Damn, that was cool, man.
And then they did the Predator high five. They're like,
yeah.
Pushing too many taxes.
Yeah.
Looking at too many cherry blossoms. Yeah.
My little Sakura.
Yeah, this is basically where he tells him, right, where he's like, he's got a poem he's trying to write, and he's trying to finish it, and he's like, I'm not a writer.
Yeah.
I know that your nephew is
the tiger's eyes are not my own.
It's the eye of the tiger.
It's the thrill of the fight.
It's a thrill of the fight.
Love it. Are we gonna have a conversation? You slept in a refrefrigerator box once?
You didn't catch the joke there, did you?
I got it.
It was not as cool as you think.
I got it. It's not as cool. Jana got it. Jana got it. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, where were we?
No, he's in here writing a poem. If I remember correctly, he's writing.
He is writing a poem
about the perfect cherry blossom, or does he say something along the lines of like, you could stare at a perfect cherry blossom for a lifetime and it doesn't feel like you wasted a moment of your life.
Yeah.
He's talking about life here, basically. Like the cherry blossoms are symbolic of life and death because they come to life and they have a specific purpose and they're beautiful and they seem perfect, and then they just die away as quickly as they come, kind of deal.
Yeah.
So
and he's kind of going through why he's like reflecting on because Tom Cruise goes, well, you don't know what I've done or seen. He's like,
and Tom Cruise is like, bro, they're just cherry blossoms.
It's just a tree. It's pretty.
Years old and this
tree.
Yeah, and then he kind of skips it back to him, and he kind of breaks him down here, right? He's like, "Yeah, you want to die because of what you've seen, and you think your life's wasted." It's kind of what you were saying. And Tom Cruise is like, "Oh, somebody finally sees me for me."
And then he whispers in his ear, "Then go do it, bro.
Go do it, bro.
Go
Be like the Terminator, like that's naked and alone." That's how you start your day, man.
That's how I start my day,
Look
bro.
at him, though. He's got this
naked
look on his face, like, yeah, I totally appreciate these flowers just as much as you. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Joker. I'm sorry, Joker. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, man.
All right, dude.
Bye.
He's in recovery mode. That poor guy. He had to watch that.
Yeah.
He's like,
find a big Amazon box.
Yeah.
He's like, springtime. Everything's gonna be thawing, so we're about time to go.
He's farting here.
He's like, oh, he's got a really nice haircut, though. I have to say,
he does.
I really like it.
Look at it.
This is not the gay stream, Copa.
Yeah, but look at his nice shiny head. It reminds you of something, doesn't it?
Oh, you little bias.
Do I look just like him?
Yeah, except for never mind.
Hey, you got the wig. Come on now.
Just put on a bathrobe and then it's like a mirror shot, essentially.
Yeah,
100%. You got to use you got to do the accent. So, I am Copa. He's like, you smell my fart, bro?
Bobcat Goldthwait for a second.
If they were really broing out, they would be farting and being like,
that's what I'm saying.
This is what that part of the temple is for. Did you not know? Have y'all never studied Japanese history? There's a front patio. That's where you do all the greeting and meeting, and then there's a back patio.
No, I'm just tired. That's all.
Well, first of all, Vex has been she's been up for 3 days straight recording shit.
She does meth, y'all. When she crashes, it crashes hard. She
got that Canadian She got that Canadian Bam Bam.
Yeah,
it's just fucking.
I do love this movie, Herman. I'm just very tired.
Yeah, she's out. She's out in her truck,
of all the
with her microwave and stuff, because she's on meth.
Look at her.
Yeah.
Look at her. You see that?
The power of suggestion.
All right, we got to get through this.
Of
Let's
all the
get through
wonderful
this real
times
quick.
for him to pull up on chick, he's like, "Hey, Taco," and
Hey,
like,
Taco.
she's like, "Over here, I was dropping a deuce, but now I'm taking a bath." Like,
Are you
what?
washing your? Are you washing
She's
yourself?
leaving. She's leaving. I mean, he's leaving, and then
Okay, they say because the part of that conversation that he was having with Katsumoto is like, we have to send you back now that because the pass was like flooded or frozen or something, so they couldn't go back into the city, right? And now that it's all clear, they can go. So she's washing her hair, and he says like, "I've got to go." And there's like, again, you can feel the chemistry here a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so much is repressed, you can actually feel it. That's how well they did right here.
It was very good. But they didn't go too far. This is what I loved about it.
They acted with their eyes rather than their thighs.
Mm-hmm.
It rhymed.
Oh,
good poem.
Put your sushi patty in me.
Okay.
Gary. That woke Vex up right there.
There you go.
Anyway, she's like, "Oh, you don't give me no penis."
He's like, ooh.
That face right there.
Oh my God.
Did I just see her starfish?
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart. No
He's
wonder.
like,
her
I
husband wanted me
farted
to
on
kill
my
him.
horse.
I saw it. She had a triple nip. No wonder her husband
I
wanted me
think
to
I
kill
shit
him.
my pants getting on the horse.
But look, that's because the kid's talking to him like, "Hey, don't leave. I'm going to hand you this rolling papers."
No, they go, I'm gonna saw.
Yeah, I'm listening.
You can't even say my name right. Of course I'm leaving.
Yeah, we get rid of you, white man.
So one of the things too is like the emperor had to grant them permission to come into town to do stuff, right? So it's a whole scene where they ride into town and everyone's scared of them because again, samurai, they command a lot of power, a lot of respect. So they all move out of the way as they come in. And was it Graham is there?
They're
Graham is in the
freaking
street.
out. Like, look at these savages coming down the road. Because
Graham
you're
is
not
there,
allowed
and
to actually have the that type of garb, and I mean it was illegal to have that type of garb unless you are in some type of ceremony and all that. People were getting their top knots cut off because it was no longer considered like men are supposed to actually wear that.
Wear that stuff. Yeah,
that's how much the laws have changed. And
yes, Steven, that's what we do, buddy. See, I told you you'd be back in time. We still wouldn't be done. So, of course. Sorry,
we got 20 minutes.
My dad brought all the. Well, we're going. We're going past. Well, yeah. Wire nuts capacitors empty, but what the fuck? Love it. We gotta get you on the stream. Talk to you, lady.
Get her on the female perspective. There you go.
That's gonna happen probably. Stay tuned. Yeah, this is a beautiful. Oh, by the way, Copa, Mr. Movie Boy. There's a scene here when he's walking up, seeing the army that they built with the weapons they have. Right, since he's been gone. Now. Hans Zimmer, I'm sure you know this, where he uses his score in his movies. He reuses some cuts of his scores for all his movies. You know that? So there's a scene here where he's walking up until this scene. So it sounded to me like the scene in Batman Begins where, Batman's on top of the...
I caught that too.
Yeah, he gets Carmine Falcone and then they show him, and then Batman's on top of the church or whatever, and they show that cut scene where the camera's spinning. It's the same...
okay.
So I learned that it's the same... musical score. He just rearranged it a little bit from this scene.
They all do that. Like
I know. I was just saying. Like I picked that up. I was like, oh, Copa probably knows about that.
Nice. Yeah, I'll have to watch. I'll have to watch this scene again.
It's subtle, but you do hear. Like I know somebody like you who's been in. Like you would definitely pick up on it immediately. Probably. Like, oh yeah, you can hear it's a little different, but yeah, it was great. Anyway,
no, they usually cheat like that. That's why a lot of the prolific guys kind of cheat that way.
Yeah. Zimmer specifically said, he even said, I do that. Yeah. He's like, all my movies. Yeah, fuck it, right?
Well, I mean, when you're an artist, it's almost like trying to hone in on your craft. So it's like, what would work?
Jacob. No.
Jacob,
what's wrong with you, bro?
We're gonna have a chat tomorrow on your stream, buddy.
You're smoking.
Maybe he's thinking of Hans Gruber.
Shoot the glass.
Because
I'm just still in shock that Jacob actually said that in public. Right? That's on public record now.
Now I'm going to clip that out and we're going to shame you.
Yes.
What's up, Anime 1992? What's up, buddy?
Yo.
What's up, buddy? It's a great movie. Oh yeah, so this is where he sees these weapons for the
Why
first
isn't
time.
it anime 1992? Just night.
Oh,
92.
Look at you, the writer coming out in Copa right there. Play on words, I love it.
Yo, I still like your name though.
We like your name.
Anime 1992.
I want can we cosplay as this and like dress up like these people one day?
Oh hell yeah, dude! I'll be
I want
Ken
those guys.
Watanabe.
Yeah, I want those
Jack
guys.
my style.
I want the Emperor's pants here.
I have that robe.
Whoa, stovepipe! Jesus Christ!
Wow.
You'd give him a Zimmer, eh?
Hey,
Oh.
yeah.
Now
Give
you
him a
rise
ZJ.
against me, my teacher.
Playing Interstellar in the background while he's fucking. Can you name any music? Can you name any of his music that's like Star Wars or Jurassic Park? Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
all the Dark Knights.
Lion King.
Why does it have to be? Why does it have to be like John Williams?
John Williams is great.
Yeah,
I love
it's
John
excellent.
Williams.
Why-
Hans Zimmer is on God, Inception. He was fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Interstellar.
Interstellar was an
Interstellar was
amazing soundtrack.
Mhm.
I mean, you don't have to like the guy, but now I have to give you shit tomorrow. on
I
that.
think Hans Zimmer owes like Jacob $5 or something.
Can you name any music that's like Star Wars or that you hear that music you know exactly where that's from? Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Dark Knight, Interstellar.
Knight.
I know all of those themes.
He's Crimson Tide. He did.
Dude, how many
Yeah.
people jacked his style for Inception, for trailers?
Oh, Inception was to me it was his best soundtrack. Except Inception, it's fucking incredible. Yeah,
I mean, every trailer after the Inception trailer used that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh god, that was
It was awful.
Well,
It was-
nobody's arguing that John Williams is not great. in his
Yeah, I
job.
mean,
right.
he of
but
course
it's
Star
like-
Wars. We get it. We get it.
I would say John Williams makes more recognizable soundtracks than Hans Zimmer. I'll give him that.
Sure. Yeah,
probably
of course.
but more than probably anybody though.
Why do you
something
have
you know,
PTSD from
You want,
Inception?
something you want to tell me about this,
I'm-
Copo?
No, I think she means the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, it's
It's like
Inception
comparing like gold.
Oh, I know why she has a PTSD from Inception. I don't know if I'm supposed to put.
Don't
that
say
out.
it if you're not supposed to. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Am I allowed to
use
put
other
this out in
people's
public?
names. Use
Don?
other
Can you
people's
what?
names.
What was that, Copo?
Yeah, use other people's names.
Nobody
my
will
wife-
ever know.
So my wife, Stephanie.
Wink, wink. Wink, wink. I don't want to get Copo in trouble.
Well, I put it out there. Okay. That.
Aw.
But she
said go ahead.
That was the first time she's ever gotten stoned, and I took her to see
Aw.
Inception.
Oh, are you,
You
fucking
let,
crazy?
You let her see Inception High? Are you cruel, dude?
that movie gives me crazy
No,
thoughts.
it makes you
Just
wanna go
watching it
barf in
regular.
somebody's lap, right?
And
there.
then
oh my god!
we're not done yet.
Sorry.
So she's high and she wanted popcorn, and I said, I'll save the seats. You go ahead and go get the popcorn.
Oh wow!
Oh,
And
God,
she
here we
was
go.
gone for like an hour, and then
you didn't come after her.
This is being clipped out by the
She's
way. I
okay.
hope you know that.
because I don't like getting high because of this very scenario, because I am when they say stoned, I'm literally a rock. I just sit in place. I don't open my mouth. I'm very introverted.
Sure.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, man, it's been like 10 hours since she's been gone. And then she comes and she's like, she looks so distraught. And I said, what happened? She's like, I don't know what happened. I started freaking out about the popcorn, and then I had the money in my hand and I had the ticket in my other hand, and I didn't know which one to pay with. And I went, what? And she's like, yeah, so I just went like this and handed it both to the guy, and he took the money. So I still have the ticket. I was like, great, hun, you got the ticket still. Meanwhile, our friends are walking by looking for us too, and they're stoned as well. And they can't find us. We can't find them. Whitey's out.
Whitey's like, fuck
doing
this
drugs."
shit.
Yeah. So and she said never again. She said that was her first and only time being stoned. And that was that. That was her.
I can't believe you guys went to Inception High still.
Oh,
I'm
that-
heated
That
over
that movie's fucking crazy. Just when you're
sober.
sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I was like, oh, this is going to be great when the city bends into itself like a burrito. this is going to be great. And then we were all freaking out.
Poor Jana.
We're like, what the hell is happening?
So she sees it on TV. She's like, no.
Yeah, and I
She
believe
starts
we saw
having-
it. I believe we saw it in IMAX too. So it was
Oh,
even
God.
worse.
Oh,
It was
God.
just the worst thing ever.
Poor Jana.
Yeah,
Well, that's gonna be clipped out, and the whole world's gonna know now. So
I love you, baby. I'm sorry I did that to you.
Poor Jana.
But back to the movie. So here, Katsumoto.
Katsumoto. Oh, there you go. He's kneeling.
So
Still
because
on
they
the
got
bridge here?
permission to come into town, right? So Katsumoto is also one of the like ministers on like the panel, right? So he might be like feuding, but there's still like some respect, and he still has some say. And he's actually the one that trained the prime minister, the emperor. So they were just having a conversation like how he still needs his guidance, and like I can't do this on my own. Like you're my teacher. And then here, like now that they know that Nathan is alive, like Omura's like, oh, like here, have a whiskey. He's like, no. And they
You
just
know
kind
something's
of,
wrong here.
yeah. And
not from
Omura's like,
you,
what the fuck? Yeah. So they try to get him to like come back, like, hey, so he's like, okay, my deal was just to like train your army, and that's done. And he's like, oh, well, we'll sign a new deal and we'll pay you this much. And he's like, okay. Even though he's visibly
Sure.
conflicted about it.
Yeah, because he knows he probably needs to get out and get the word. Out to Katsumoto.
To save him.
Right.
Yeah, and he's even telling his little henchman here, kill him if he goes anywhere near Katsumoto.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a good. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, no. I was going to say this is where Graham. It's Graham, right?
Mr. Graham.
This is where you start to see everything starting to change, right? Because the army's there and they're picking on the samurai, and this is where they cut his bun off, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So Algren can't even save him because they're like, who the fuck
he
are
just
you?
basically says like, dude, take it for.
I'm a captain. Okay, yeah, good. And smack you in the head with a rifle,
Mhm.
and then this is where the culture changes. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
And Nathan's like, oh, I'll take you home. And like, no, Nobutada's just upset. He's like, jolly good.
He goes, jolly good, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the scene you were talking about, Vex, with the council.
It's
Yeah,
just
so
using
now
that
they
phrase right there was like, him basically talking about the new culture
Mhm.
that they're being forced into. But yeah.
Yeah, we all would.
I'm
We
with
all
you,
would.
anime.
Yeah, we all would. The nation of whores selling ourselves. That was a good scene. That was a lot of.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yep.
Selling
Yeah.
out your ways, bro.
Yeah,
And
so
the
he wants
emperor's a little bitch right here. He doesn't,
little cuck
respond.
boy here.
His
Yeah.
silence,
Gay.
his voice is too pure to be heard in this council unless it
This is
agrees
good.
with me.
This is a good scene. Good acting
Right.
here. You can see it in his eyes. He's
This
crying.
is a good-
Yeah.
This is also a good setup
Yes.
4.
for the
Go on.
ending. Well, I don't want to
Yes.
blow the ending for everybody
That's
who.
true, yeah.
Hey, don't be blowing.
Don't be blowing.
Blow
Don't be
nothing.
blowing.
Yeah,
Hey,
they were
don't tell
trying to
me.
get
Don't
him-
tell me not to bro.
They were
Bro.
trying to get him to give up his sword before he came in, and he's like,
Yeah, 'cause it's a
"No,
new
like
law.
this sword is an honorable thing. I'm not just going to give it up because you tell me to."
It's
'cause you'd
sort
rather
of a
selling
big
yourselves
deal.
out.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez,
See what I
man.
did there?
I'm not saying I don't like
least-
Hans Zimmer. It leaves me
At
as the
least
same
show your
pieces.
face when you do stuff like that, Whitey.
Yeah, what? Yeah, what the fuck, Whitey?
Yeah. He went away to make that dumb dad joke.
He's getting a drink probably right now. There you go.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. So you can see Algren's distraught here. And he's drinking again for the first time, right? He's pounding down shots.
Yeah, man. He's back
then,
to his old ways.
Yep. And you can see it in his face. He just looks disheveled. And this guy's like, hey, you know what? Fuck you, basically.
Why don't
Like-
you love America the
Yeah,
way
why-
that I
what
Yeah,
do
why
you
do you
hate
hate your own
America?
people?
Why do you
Like,
hate?
yes.
Oh, we're gonna blow it. We're gonna blow it real good, Steve. Never mind.
I mean,
I thought
Can
the
you
day
fall-
stream was on Saturday.
But if you put
Listen,
yourself
sneak
in
preview,
his
sneak
shoes, can't you see where he's like, bro, like seriously? Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. You know, if
Wait,
you, yeah,
these bag shoes?
this guy.
That guy?
Yeah, why? Are you okay there?
Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit zoomed out. I'm still in Japanese mode. Okay. Now, just really quick, like, who's the actor
Go
I'm
ahead,
thinking of from Princess Bride?
Which
Male
one?
actor. Male actor. from
Carrie
Princess-
Ells?
Carrie
Yeah.
Ellis? Yeah.
He would have done good as
As the bad guy?
Bagley or Bagwell.
I think
Bagel?
now that bagels.
Bagels?
Bagels!
Bagel guy.
Bagels.
I'll see you on the battlefield, Bagels.
This was a great fucking scene. Where he went to go warn
Yeah.
him. Oh, I wish I could show this whole fucking scene where you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take a chance and show 7 seconds of this shit.
Rip move.
But they do a great. So he gets, and then they do this great sequence where he slows down here, goes on the, and he's like rethinking the whole battle scene in his head, right?
The mindful thing.
Mindful thing.
No minds. Yeah.
And then he realizes there's one person that he still needs to fucking get. And then that was great when he chops the guy's fucking head off. But yeah, this was unbelievable. But
it was the advisor to Amora was there, right? Because he was supposed to follow him around.
He said he was told to kill him if he went close to a
exactly.
Look at that shot.
By the way, this is the scene where because I know Tom Cruise is short in real life, right? But I never really believed it until I saw this shot right
this
here.
Scene, yeah.
You can tell he's a short guy from this scene, this shot right here.
Yeah. But what a beautiful fucking shot that is. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am Tom Cruise. I kill everyone. Yeah. This part was funny too when Graham tries to get him in to see Katsumoto. He's like, this is the president of the United States. And he's like, what the fuck did you just do?
Yeah, you can pass as Ulysses S. Grant. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. He's like, I think I made a mistake. Yeah, so they get in to see Katsumoto to save him. And whoa. This is what I think is. I'm going to guess this is one of the scenes where Vex cried as she vanishes from.
What when the son died? Oh, her cat must be scratching at her face or something right now.
Just fucking fucking scratching her eyes out of her head.
This is counter. I want to eat.
The fact that the rest of the actors were no taller than 4'6" help. Yeah, that does help. You know, the Japanese.
Yeah. But this is where his son dies, I believe.
Yes. Katsumoto's son
fucked up.
dies. Yeah, and for a second, you know, your first time you watch this.
Because if I remember correctly, this is Tom Cruise coming back and saying, "Hey, I need to get you out of here."
Yeah, he's trying to save him.
He's determined, like, you know, earlier when he was just kind of staring off, like, yeah, this is about to all go bad, and
they're holding back Katsumoto to save him, and Cruise is like, I have to do something here, right? I gotta save this kid, and he runs out while they're shooting at him on the bridge, and yeah, he gets shot. The son gets shot, and it's you know, he's just like, fucking let me die. It's my time.
Yeah, he's like, bro, it's my time.
Yeah, let's do it. And then, yeah, this was a good scene.
Right.
This was a good scene. You know, you felt bad for him because he's like, I know this is our way, but still my son. And it's like, but I got to get out of here to save the village, possibly. And then this was good. The music again, fucking Hans Zimmer score kicks in.
Right.
As he's charging.
I guess to kind of like call back to the real life
beautiful scene here too.
That Sego, which is probably who this was based off of, was one of the head lieutenants of the rebellion that was going on for 1 year long, kind of like this movie, and No.
He means the actual samurai.
The actual
rebellion.
the samurai.
I know what he means.
So, not the review. But anyway, he tried multiple times to get peace treaties to the emperor because he didn't want all the bloodshed.
Right.
But that
didn't work out very well.
Right. So I can see the I guess juxtaposition of how they did it in the movie, and it's good.
Yeah. But Vex, we were saying that the part where his son dies on the bridge, I'm gonna guess that was one of your crying moments.
No, that wasn't it at all. No.
Just assuming.
It's when Tom Cruise or Ken Watanabe has Tom Cruise help him commit seppuku.
Honestly, the whole battle sequence, I was basically crying through the whole fight.
I was crying too because those Gatling guns were beautiful.
The way they just ripped apart those soldiers, it was great.
God, just the way they cranked them out.
Good old American engineering there.
Oh God, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So this is the scene where he finally realizes why the samurai sacrificed themselves. Like he gets it, you know. And Ken Watanabe's kind of like holding his sword and he's kind of groping it, and he's like, it's the way the samurai's gone, and it's a disgrace. And then he realizes, okay, so you kill yourself because you lose your honor.
He was in bitch mode for a minute.
For a second, he felt bad, and then it was the reverse, where Tom Cruise is telling him, "No, this is the Tom Cruise turning to Copa here for a second.
Yeah.
Listen, pussy,
Stop syncing up.
Stop syncing up, and let's go. You have a battle.
Desync right now.
Where is it? Where's the low T?
We have a battle to fight here, pussies." Fucking love it. Yeah, so this is good. We can get past this a little bit. So they get back to the village, and they tell her that her brother died and all that, and she's like, "Oh, good, give me the penis." I like the scene.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Give me the
Oh,
penis.
like, give me the penis.
Taco, hold off.
Taco, hold on.
Taco.
I just told you some bad news. I don't care.
Don't care.
I
need a good dicking.
And this scene here is where the son is kind of just, like you said, he's been the father figure for so long for this guy because his regular father's dead. So this is a good scene too. Again, musical score is fantastic, and he's trying to console the kid and be like, "Yeah, I got to fight these people," but and the kid's crying, and then of course, obviously,
and pulls a Biden, gets a good sniff, but that kid, he's about to lose. He knows that he's about to lose a father figure again.
Another one, yeah. It's good.
Smell me, Allegrin.
And this is great because when you watch people react to this scene where he's telling him about the 300 soldiers against the Persian army and all that, now that this movie's been out so long, people reviewing it are like, "Oh, I know what he's talking about." I'm like, "Yeah, we get it."
He's talking about that Gerard Butler movie.
Gerard Butler movie.
I liked it too, Tom Cruise.
Yeah. You understand this number? Yeah, that was good. It's a good scene.
Kitty.
So we can kind of get through this quick. He's just kind of going through it, and the music's kicking in.
We're having the Rocky montage right now. Every movie needs a montage.
So this is another scene where they could have really went far with the romance, and it was subtle,
but they didn't, and they
fantastic.
They did really well.
Very tasteful.
There's only a few directors that don't go with the full romance and stuff like that. Spielberg is one of them. Zwick's one of them. God, what was Tony or Ridley Scott? Ridley Scott once said he doesn't know how to shoot sex scenes at all, so he doesn't have them in any of his movies.
Damn, what good is shooting alien scenes? I'll tell him that much.
But is that why all of his aliens look like vaginas?
Well, that's more. It's hypersexual in the sense that
like Pink Floyd sexualized
because it's rape. Like that whole movie's the first one's about rape.
Mm-hmm.
So
movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But he doesn't have any sex scenes in it.
No.
It's sexual.
But this scene was deep because she's putting on the clothes and the armor for her dead husband.
Yeah, you gotta think about it. Like she's looking at him and doing the same thing that she's had to do for her husband before. Because it's a wife's honor to be able to do that. And she's literally staring at him and thinking like that same thing, So it's
same thing over again.
Like
his entire soul is cloaked in the souls of the people he's killed as well. So
the only thing you get here, the only thing you get here is a small kiss, like a very tiny,
just
subtle,
barely there kind of deal.
Like, okay, and then
like a church kiss,
that right there is more loving than even a church kiss.
100%.
Yeah.
Even then, it's a nice instance of where again you see she's not there to be eye candy or not there to be some weird overt romance.
She's not there to be ogled.
She's there to support the male character, right?
Jesus Christ, Herman.
She's a support system.
No, yeah, no, and
this
is a good scene too because he comes out in the armor for his buddy, and he, because they hate each other. He hated him in the beginning of the movie, and then he's like accepting him.
They're comrades now. Yeah.
Comrades now. They're battle buddies in arms, and then this is where he makes.
They're all looking at him. They kind of made him a little bit too important right here.
You think so?
I feel
the red armor, yeah.
But I mean, everybody in that crowd was looking at him. Like,
let's go kill the white people,
dude. You just totally did Taco, didn't you?
You showed her the penis.
You two hooked up, didn't you? Didn't you?
Fucking men.
Showed her your own face.
Children.
Oh,
poop jokes and fart jokes and dick jokes.
What do you? I think this love is more of appreciation and not that. That's very true. Mm-hmm. Very true. Yes, and Sharpie, you are correct. Battle buddies. I don't know. I mean, I guess we could just skip through the battle scene because
I just want to say that this is one of two battle scenes that I've seen in film and television that actually gave me chills.
What was the other one?
What was the first one?
It was early in season 1 of The Last Kingdom.
Oh,
you mean okay?
I've
heard about that.
The show, yeah.
I know the show. Yeah, I never seen it, but I've heard the battle.
Have you seen Braveheart?
Braveheart not give you anything? No, lady.
Yeah, Braveheart was good, but it wasn't like this.
So people think this is a step down from Braveheart.
No, I thought this was more powerful than Braveheart because because we did Braveheart on here as well. Oh wait, no, we didn't do Braveheart. We did The Patriot. Okay,
Yeah.
I watched the Braveheart.
You're mixing up your mail.
You're
we
mixing
could-
up your
we-
Mel Gibson
Mel-
battle
Respect
scene.
Mel.
Watching a movie shot in New
I
Zealand.
mean, we
thinking about
can do
Australia.
Braveheart eventually, sure.
The Braveheart fight sequences were good, but to me, it was like I really felt the power and I felt the emotion that was behind the intent for both sides of this, right? And it felt a lot more powerful than Braveheart to me for that reason.
Oh,
So I had
you fully
chills.
understand what both sides want.
Mhm.
Got it. Gotcha.
And without any discussion, you can see that come through. Like there's no words.
And they use good traditional. Let's see.
Wait, what happened to the Gatling gun? That brought the tear to my eye.
Oh, bye, Love It Lytical.
Bye.
Oh,
Thanks for
bye.
joining.
Bye.
We
love.
try to keep it under 2 hours.
But the first part
We're
of the
almost there.
battle, they basically get tricked by traditional methods and all that they use to
Good movie,
basically
John.
screw over their ability to be able to use firearms, from a distance. So that was pretty awesome.
And so we get to this big battle scene, which we don't have to go through the whole thing, obviously. And
Right.
this is the scene where Vex probably lost. Is this the scene you
Well, no,
lost
I
your
was just
shit?
crying through this whole thing.
The
Hold
whole
on.
time,
I just
yeah.
briefly, if we can just go over the battle very briefly. Okay.
Yes, for you, anything.
Thank you. They get there. Tom Cruise is like to Bagley, he's like, I'll see you on the battlefield, because they're all just blown away that he's switched sides throughout this whole thing, right?
He goes, "Good God."
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they start going, like they start firing the American side, or the Westerns, the modern side, we'll say. They
Right.
start firing, and the samurai decide to fall back. They set fires and they go over a hill, and that's where they then attack all the Imperial army.
If we're describing this, the reason why they do that is because, if I remember correctly, they wanted, what Tom Cruise's character says is, we want to draw them closer so we could go for swords.
Exactly.
Take away their
Exactly.
use of their weapons. Yeah.
Yes.
Their guns.
Because that was their strength, right? So
Right.
they go in and they take out the 1st battalion and they do pretty good. And then they're just like, Tom Cruise, after that battle, is just like, they're going to send 2 more battalions and we're not going to stand a chance. So they're just like, fuck it. We're going to go in and we're just going to put a last stand. So they go in and they just full charge through the next set of battalion. They just trample them with the horses or slay them. And then during this, Tom Cruise sees Bagley trying to fire his gun at Katsumoto, and he just fucking takes his samurai sword and just jousts it at him, and he just
That was a
hanging there
good scene.
on his
Yeah.
horse.
Right in his neck.
Yeah.
That was great.
So they keep going, and then they reach the final thing, and Omura's on this battle line too with the Gatling guns, and he's terrified, and even the men that are operating the guns are terrified because yo, these guys literally have no fear. They don't care, right?
Mhm.
So they basically Gatling gun everyone, and everyone gets shot down, and then the second in command is like, stop firing weapons, stop. And he's got tears in his eyes, and Omura's like, no, you idiot, keep firing. He's like, no, stop. And he starts to kneel because I think there's a moment of realization here where it's like how a military man doesn't know what war he's fighting or who he's fighting for. I think the same sentiment kind of comes through there, where they didn't realize what they were fighting for, and now they're seeing the last of their ancestry, the last of their history die out in front of them. So it becomes a really powerful moment for just both sides of this
Fight,
battle going on, right? So Tom Cruise gets shot, Katsumoto gets shot, and Tom Cruise has a sword and he crawls over to him to make sure, and he's just like, just let me die with my honor, please. So Tom Cruise helps him up and he gives him the sword and he commits the seppuku, and he's they're both crying here, right? And he's looking at the cherry blossoms. That's what Ken Watanabe's looking at. And he just his final 2 words are it's just perfect. It's all perfect.
Yep.
And then he dies.
Yeah, that was good. See? He says night. Night, night.
Yeah, that's his final
Night.
2 words.
Night, night.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.
So yeah, all the military come gather around and they pay respect. They bow down to
Right.
him, right?
Mhm.
Amara, he's over there shoot them. What the hell are you doing?
Graham's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Well,
Yeah.
Graham was watching this whole thing from a
He was
hilltop because-
documenting it. Yeah.
Yeah. At the beginning of all this, because Tom Cruise thought that he wasn't going to live through this. So he gave all the journals that he had to this guy. He's like,
Mhm.
write your story using this, right? So he was just watching the whole thing. And now flash forward, and some American diplomat is here to try and sign a treaty with the emperor. And then it's just Tom Cruise comes in and he's got Katsumoto's sword, right? And it basically just like he goes and he hands it to him, like we saw Katsumoto try and do earlier in the movie with the council and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where the Emperor is finally just like, whatever you guys have in mind for us, like I know it's not what's best for me or my people. So we like all this modernization has taken away what has made us like so unique and made us so great. So I'm going to do what's best for me, and we're not going to sign this treaty, essentially.
Right.
And then Amaro is over there and basically says this is a disgrace. Like like even saying that shit right in front of the Emperor too.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, well, maybe I should take your money from your family and give it to the land.
Or like if you're so ashamed by this, here's a sword.
Use your sword.
Yeah, here's your sword, and he's like over there like, oh fuck, he's gonna make me give this stuff again.
Yeah, and then all like anime said, he finds his voice. He gets a set of balls finally because he realized
they finally dropped.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that he had no balls. It's just he didn't know what to do. He was so conflicted, right? Because
did you see the little white gloves though, Vex? Those things hadn't come down. He's got the little mustache. It's so frayed and it's.
Just like
he looks like he could be sitting outside of a Lowe's trying to get ready to hop in the back of your truck to go paint.
Oh my god!
It's just a baby stash. Those things haven't dropped. They're like they're up here like it's winter. And we're waiting for summer.
Jesus Christ.
But the emperor asks, like, how did he, like, you were with him, and like, how did he die? And then Tom Cruise's final words of the movie is, "I'll tell you how he lived."
Right. Yeah, he says, "I won't tell you how he died. I'll tell you how he lived."
How he lived. Yeah.
Great scene.
And then we hear Graham like in the background because he's kind of on and off been narrating this tale. Like it opens with him narrating and then it closes with him narrating, and they're like, nobody knows what happened to the American or whatever. Some say he went back to America, some say he died, and then we see just like Tom Cruise on a horse going back to the village, and then he locks eyes with Taka, and there's just him smiling kind of gently at the end of the film, and
fades away, and that beautiful Hans Zimmer score in the background just keeps going, and that's it.
That's all right. Bye.
Well, we actually got that into a little over 2 hours. It's not bad.
People were giving us shit.
Oh
god, everybody!
To be fair, the first 30 minutes of the movie took over an hour, so I can see why people were giving us shit.
I do have a video to show though.
Okay, I got a little bit of trivia too as well.
Oh, we'll go. Yeah, I want to hear the trivia. I do. Here, I'm going to do this real quick. Share the audio. This is something Jacob Ironside put together for us, and we'll go through this. To me, if you can hear it. Well, there's nothing on yet, so.
Burgundy Dave presents.
We hear it,
with lightsabers. Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Let's do it.
Good job. Good job.
Burgundy Dave.
That was great. I have to give him some credit if I ever do a clip on that. That was awesome. Yeah, I find your lack of faith disturbing. Well, we got through that. Holy shit. In fact, you kicked ass again as usual. Thank you. You narrated half the fucking
We could have done that in like 4 hours, I swear.
Yeah, I would have liked to do a longer stream on this movie too, to be honest.
One day when y'all don't have lives or something, we will.
Never happy. You people are never happy.
Well, I'm just saying that when we
giving you
discussions, we seem to pick it up a little bit faster.
That's true.
Instead of doing the whole plot.
Well,
all right.
Sorry. Go give trivia. I want to
trivia. Yeah.
Yo.
This actually did good.
Yeah. So the budget for this movie was $140 million. Domestically, it made just over $111 million. Internationally, it made $343.5 million. Grand total was just under $455 million worldwide. It came out on December 5th, 2003. It actually didn't come out the same time as Master and Commander. There was a little bit of a variance, but same time of year, more or less.
Okay.
Yeah.
It came out the same day as Honey, that Jessica Alba movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what I went and saw.
Wow.
I knew you did, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So on opening weekend, it made $9 million domestically, but it was taken out of the #1 spot the following week by Something's Gotta Give.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck? Movie. Fucking Americans.
I'm guessing the week after that was
Master Commander?
No.
Yes.
No.
Return to the King. I bet you it was Return of the King. The week
Oh yeah,
after.
there was a Lord of the Rings thing I
so
saw
this
there,
this movie had no shot. Hey, Grumpy, thanks for showing up, buddy. Thanks for giving us that algorithm hello.
Wow.
Triple A. Wow.
Triple A.
Wow.
So aside from the 2 years that he spent, we went over that. 2 years, 9 months was spent learning the samurai fighting techniques. He gained 20 pounds of muscle in the process. Took no upfront salary for this movie. He narrowly escaped a potentially fatal injury after a sword was swung within 1 inch of his neck while filming. He and his co-star Hiroki Sanada were acting out a sword fight scene when the incident happened.
Hiroki was never seen again.
He disappeared. He was put into a Scientology prison.
You can donate today.
He went to Scientology purity camp.
Heaven. Yeah, the aliens took him. Right? Isn't that what
There
they
we
believe?
go.
Yeah.
So yeah, a 100th movie score for Hans Zimmer, filmed in New Zealand. They flew in 500 Japanese extras for the fight sequences and trained them in 9 days for it as well.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, I saw how they shot. So
Yeah. In
Terrible
2014, the movie was one of several discussed by the Daily Beast in an article on white savior narratives, and basically saying that this was yet another film presenting the white Union Army official as personally embodying the North's Civil War effort to liberate people of color.
This is exactly the shit I was fucking talking about. Is these people never fucking watched the movie?
No, they're just assuming, which they do. This is all they do. I fucking hate these people.
Yeah,
sometimes.
and then as recently as 2022, Ken Watanabe said no, it's a great movie. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's like
good for him. Seriously,
Dances with Wolves is more of a white savior movie than this.
You want to talk? I'm not. I was going to say
Right,
Dances with Wolves is another overrated movie, in my opinion.
Especially when it won over Goodfellas, but
Goodfellas. We're no. That's just the Guinea in me coming out now.
Well, yeah,
it's not gonna happen. Not on this stream.
Movie.
So Ken actually came out and said that, put out a statement hey, this is fine.
Ken Watanabe, what's up, Static?
So basically, he got his yellow card.
So far, better than shooting your producer.
Yeah, we'll leave that to the Baldwin.
No. That's shooting your cinematographer, bro.
He was just
okay.
He was just rusty.
Daily Beast is a joke. Yeah,
that's shooting your cinematographer to shoot the director. You have to get through her to get to him.
So all in all, successful movie. Real quick, let's go through the scale of what you would give it. Copa, what do you give this movie on a scale of your own?
Yo, man,
rating?
I give it 9 katanas out of 10.
10? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
White Bear?
I'd give it a total 10 out of 10.
Oh, you're gonna make me samurai.
I'm gonna seppuku.
I'm gonna seppuku you.
Top rated movie in my opinion. It's worth, I think, anybody and everybody seeing at least once.
All right, Vex. You?
I give this 10 great conversations out of 10.
Very good. Oh, look at the nuance. Oh my god.
It's not it's one of my favorite movies, so I'm a little biased there, but just from a technical standpoint, I think everything it aims to do, it does well. It's beautifully shot. It has a great score. It's well acted. It's well casted. The progression comes together really nicely. So for me, it's a 10 out of 10.
I give this movie 9 white tigers out of 10 white tigers.
Oh,
excellent movie. I don't care what the people say. It's a fucking great movie. Critics sometimes are a little sometimes, most of the time. Real quick, before we get into what everybody's doing, just wanted to remind everybody about next week's shows on same time.
Oh,
we have special guests.
Kind of a big
Mr.
deal.
Drunk 3PO coming on the show next week to talk about his new book that just went out on Indiegogo. So we're going to have an hour with him next Monday. So 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll have Drunk 3PO on the stream.
That Achromatic Chronicles fucking blew up, dude.
Yeah.
I
got my copy.
Nice.
And it looks good too.
I think it's over 200. I think it's over 230%.
It's part 1 of 6.
Yeah.
Too.
It skyrocketed after yesterday or day before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you want to like and share that, well, I'll put all the information out. I'm going to send out the links and all that.
What the hell is he doing here?
Who?
Drunk 3PO.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what?
Well,
why is he on my channel?
No, Whitey. When did he get here?
They called Jay the Canadian bear. And
You're going to have to.
I hook him up with certain things. That's white bear, Canadian bear. You know,
you got to play with him on that one. Yeah, you could bring that up. You are the white bear. He's the Canadian bear.
Yeah. Okay.
Vex's cat's giving me the evil eye.
Yeah, what the fuck? Which one is he looking at?
He's looking at me. He's like, "You fucking asshole."
Yeah, he's
keep my mom on the stream for 2.5 hours, motherfucker.
I'm supposed to eat.
I just give everything Lou Gossip Jr. voice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
You'll have 2 Canadians on your stream now next week.
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm getting invaded by the North. Eh?
Maple.
Should have taken us over when you had the chance.
We still could. We
There's
just don't.
It's just so cold. It's so cold. I don't know.
So cold. It's barren.
We'll do it later.
All right, so let's talk about what we have coming up. Copa, what do you have coming up this week, my man?
Okay, I have a review of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium coming out tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, it's just a brilliant pile of garbage.
What time tomorrow morning so I can make sure I have my coffee with that?
Am I going to be up?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to spray that coffee out at that speed?
No, because at least that will balance out how shitty that movie is.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's at 8:30 is when it's scheduled.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll just be waking up, so perfect timing.
Yeah, so that's dropping. Then I got Jacob Ironside's show that night. We're reviewing Jurassic Park.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's going to be nice. And then on Thursday, I will be on Roman of the Empire's channel. We are doing John Carpenter Appreciation Day.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
It's going to be legit.
I'm really excited to watch that stream. By the way,
I can't wait.
Excited, yeah.
Cope and I have a gay stream on Saturday, apparently. So.
Yeah, only if Yacht Rock is there.
Yacht Rock will be there.
My God, if Yacht Rock is there, I'm bringing the
meat.
Pina coladas.
Bringing that meat, baby.
I'm bringing the Capricorn and the pina coladas.
White Bear, I know you've been doing some homesteading videos, which have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Anything else you got coming up?
Yeah, we should have one more video coming out this week, and
I love these videos. They're great.
Got a few of those out today, so it's been rolling pretty good, and it's been pretty fun, and a lot of good support in the community there. So it's been great.
Beautiful.
So check it out on White Bear 3.
Yeah, I feel like
yeah,
a prepper
please
now.
do. All their information is in the description, so please like these people's videos, subscribe. They're fucking awesome. Vex, do we have enough time? You gonna give us what you're doing this week?
I'm recording Last of Us episode 6 review for 8750 tomorrow, so that'll be out on Wednesday. Fucking terrible episode, Jesus Christ!
I heard.
Dude,
commie trash.
Yeah, it was just straight commie shit shoved in your face.
Oh shit! It finally did it. They finally win it.
And it was the most useless filler episode I've ever seen. And the next episode is going to be the underage lesbian episode. So,
I can't wait.
Yeah. We'll be recording that tomorrow night, and then it will be out on Wednesday on Spotify and everything. Then Sunday, I have my last This Week in Gaming appearance. So there's that. And then Monday before this stream, I will be on the Scene Invaders podcast.
Cool.
But that's also a pre-record, so that'll be out on Spotify and stuff. And then I'll have a video review for the game Hi-Fi Rush, probably out on Thursday this week.
What are you all talking about on Scene Invaders?
I have no idea. They just talk about like pop culture and stuff.
Okay,
so
similar stuff. Cool.
Yeah, in the same area. Apparently, he's a really big fan of mine, and he really wants me on his show. So I was like,
"Oh,
sure,
who
man.
isn't?"
Yeah, Vax, we love you.
So I said, yeah, sure. Like I'm totally down. So yeah, I'm right before I come on here, I'll be recording for them.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Awesome. Very good. Let's see. Tomorrow I will be on Jacob Ironside's channel with Jurassic Park with this lovely bald man Copa, of course. And then Thursday on the John Carpenter stream with Copa. We just follow each other everywhere.
That's very true.
So
Sicilians got to stay together, right? Like the mafia.
There's not many of us on the YouTubes, you know.
No way. And then Friday.
Although he says gabagool, I say Capricorn.
Well, I do the New York Italian weird accent shit with the food.
Houston.
Houston. It's an H.
Houston.
It's an H. Then Friday, Mrs. Cannoli and I are launching the new Cannoli Connection show, episode 1, and we have a special guest, Joker Voice, joining us.
Nice.
So we're gonna just rip apart DC on that stream. That's gonna be fantastic.
So
Yeah, so that's basically it for that. Again, subscribe, like this.
Oh,
Go
what about your
support
stream on Saturday?
the gay stream.
the gay stream, yeah.
Yeah, it's gay. Yeah. We'll talk about that. Yeah, thank you. We're gonna sing Kumbaya.
We're going to sing Pina Colada song.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you like Pina Colada,
and you
and you get caught in the rain.
On that note, go subscribe to all these lovely people. Watch their videos, share them out, support them. Vex doesn't need help. She's fucking everywhere. Just kidding. I'm looking forward to Copa's video for sure, and I want more chicken videos. So please get those out to us, White Bear. I need those.
Waka waka.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, rich man, show us your eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that tweet. He's a rich man. He's got eggs.
He's a rich man. He's the guy.
I am
Eggs,
the last
eggs,
gangster.
supply. You are. You're the man. That's basically it. So we love you. Thank you for coming out. Awesome.
Waka
awesome
waka.
show as always. And we will see you next week with Drunk 3PO. Bye.